on, dude. They got smoked wings, barbecue, Angus burgers. Oh, my God, the burger with the egg on it to die for. Whatever you do, don't miss out on Buckeyes Restaurant in Social Circle. Go find them on Facebook. You can find them at Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle.
Buckeyes Restaurant.
Let's talk about vaping. C-Town Vapes is the home of the vape store. That's right. If you hadn't met up with our good friends at C-Town Vapes, I don't know what you're doing, man. Like, we've known these people for years. They have the passion to help get people off of smoking, and that is their mission. So make sure you check out C-Town Vapes, located right there on 278. They have CBD, mods, pods, and disposables with over 150 e-juices and counting with flavor profiles that will surely fit your needs. C-Town Vape wants to be more than just a business. They want to be your friends to help you get off of smoking. Have you ever heard of Donut King? Let me tell you, I thought I knew what donuts were. All these other donuts I've been eating all these years are just bogus. These are the real deal, like gourmet. Who would have known they made donuts this damn good? And let me tell you something, man. They do some pig in the blankets. They do breakfast. They do all sorts of stuff. Do you even know this? They serve pizza. That's right. Donut King, the best donuts around, serves pizza in the afternoons during the weekdays. There's no other place around on 278 where you can go in and sit down and eat a pizza. That's right. Donut King. Try out Donut King, the best donuts around.
That's why they're called the King.
This is a warning. Don't take anything we say too damn serious. Don't be a snowflake. Just remember, it's just for fun. And if you take any of this personally, then personally I suggest you find something else to do with your time.
It's just for fun,
Today's show sponsored by Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle. Don't get it confused with the others, because this is the choice that you gotta choose. Today's show sponsored by Buckeyes.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Sometimes you don't know what you're missing until you find out you're missing it.
May I have your attention, please? We're gonna have a problem here. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
I'm about to flip my lid. Oh yeah. Sorry, you guys. I'm having some technical difficulties today. I redid a bunch of stuff in the studio yesterday, and because I redid so much stuff in the studio, we're slightly off. There's Holly. Hang on, Holly. Don't go nowhere. Because I redid so much junk in here yesterday, I'm a little off my norm. So how about that? Hold on.
Me?
There we go. Yeah, me and Jeffrey redid so much stuff in the studio yesterday that were completely just whacked. Like, trying to get everything going this morning is not my norm. So, I made Almost Holly bigger. Now you almost really... Now, I don't know now. I think you're going to get a little bit of an ego here because your effing head is way too damn big right now. I
got a big tiger.
I'm just going to let you know. I think your ego's getting big. Don't let that shit pop, girl. So, yeah, man, a lovely, amazing friggin' listener donated us a 55. Okay, so let me just say, good things always come back, right? I've always told people when you put out good always comes back. So this amazing friggin' listener has been listening to me push, local business, support your local business. Well, I'm a local business too. And she has heard me say that, some businesses are closed and she understands my situation. So she literally donates me a 55-inch 4K friggin' screen. And holy shiznit, it's nice. It's real nice. And it's helping us grow and do everything. But look, y'all can probably see it in my lenses. Look how big that shit is, right?
That's great.
Yeah. So, but it's changed how everything connects. Because used to, I'd look up to the top screen where the Sam's is, and then that's the broadcast to the radio station. And the bottom screen would be Facebook. Well, now one's laid on top of the other. So you're having to not close, but miniaturize one thing, bring up. I'm just going to shut up because y'all don't really care. What are you doing?
Well, my darn Zoom came up on my computer this morning, so I had to answer you on my cell phone.
Oh, okay. And you were asking me what's wrong, and you had testicle difficulties on your end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought it was like, tell me, because I kept watching for it to come up on my computer, and it would.
All right, well, get your computer up, and are you trying to give people a boob shot? Damn, girl, you trying to make them put you on their spank bank? Hey, let me do some good mornings while you're doing that, because I was running a little bit late. Jeffrey, good morning. Thanks for all you did yesterday. Talina, thanks for all you did yesterday. Canadian Bacon's in the house. Karina is in the house. Canadian Bacon says, oh no, Scott with two-head monster. Well, because y'all were seeing what was going on. Billy Strange in the house. Good morning. Michael Paul Gross in the house. Kelly Joe. Good morning. Jeffrey. Talina. Good morning. Phil near is in the house. Sorry, I'm running behind you guys. I'm trying to get going here. Abby's in the house. Good morning, Timmy. Timmy. I need to know, do you go by Timmy Wade or Tim Wade? I know a Tim Wade, and then I know a Timmy Wade, and then I know a Timothy Wade, and I just want to give everybody the correct name. You just tell me. I'll call you Timmy, though. No big deal. They call me Scotty. I'm okay with it. Canadian Bacon, I'm just rambling away over here, you guys. Dondra, Fred, a.k.a. Grant. See, everybody's got these different names. Randy's in the house. What's going on, young man? And listen, your boy Larry saw me at Donut King. And was bragging about how good of people y'all are. And I swear it's got to kind of be the same thing that friggin' Holly and Corey's got going on. Somebody's paying a little somebody, I guess. Donuts. I don't know. Karina, good morning. Dusty, good morning. I'm just rambling away. Mark, good morning. Jerry, good morning. Corey McMichael's in the house. Katie Bug's in the house. Mark, what's going on? Hey, y'all, this is Corona. Okay. Slow down. Mark, hey, y'all. This corona took a family member of mine, 32 years old, from Salisbury. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry to hear all that. You know, we've been making all these stupid cracks, but we're trying to keep everybody positive. But, you know, it really is out there, and it really is hurting people, and I just hate it. I really hate it. They said this morning about a retirement home that's really, really been hit hard, which is kind of like, holy smacks, that just sucks. Dana Kitchen's in the house. Good morning. That is our peep that we met while we was up taking pictures of them waterfalls. I saw her post a real cute picture of her jeans and her little rolled up cuff and her shoes. And I love watching people, you know, we all people watch. And I love watching people that have positive spirits. And you know, that's the thing we love about Holly. Like, Holly comes in and Holly's either wide ass open or halfway wide ass open, but she's always funny, you know? There's never a shitty moment, and that's for us. We're trying to make y'all laugh, so it's hard if we're coming in having a shitty moment. It's hard to make y'all laugh, so we always try to do that. Mark says, but you can call me Cheddar Bob. See, everybody in their names. See, Timmy says you can call me Tim, Timothy, or Timmy. You are not helping me. You're not helping me. Diana, good morning. Wansley is in the house. Leanne, I love Leanne. Hey, she says hi, Holly, and hi, Scotty. Matthew, good morning. Dana says that positivity is the only way. Wansley saying good morning. Amanda Pearson, good morning. Now, Holly, do I need to tune you in with your computer? Did you get your computer working yet?
I don't know. I got the thing up here. I'm gonna hang up. And you try.
Can I tell you one thing before you hang up?
Yes.
Stay off of damn Pornhub, girl. She's been trying to build that spank bank, and practice makes perfect, apparently. So hang up. I'll shut up.
That's right.
Hang up my mind, and I'll send you an invite again, or do you just join in? I don't know enough about Zoom. Do I need to send you an invite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send me an invite.
Hang up and I'll send you an invite. Now, y'all watch. We're fixing to have a double-headed dragon up in here. Wow! Yeah, there you go. That'll really Hey, Scotty, how you doing? Oh, pretty good. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing just fine. How are you? I'm doing. I don't know how stupid that's gonna look, but that's cute. Let me send her another invite. Anybody would like to call in, by the way, I'm gonna put the numbers up in just a second. It's been a little cray-cray around here. So being able to oh shit, my paste ain't working. And I moved the phone number, which is even worse. I think that's the number. 470-476-3322. I think that's our number, right? It's such a horrible number, dude, that it causes me to not remember it. It just, please share our shoe. Yeah, that went over really good. There you go, you guys. Please share the show. Kat, I sent you a link the other day to be able to join in, but she must have been busy. She must have been too busy to call little old us. I sent Holly another invite. Let's see what's going on. It says admit, and not omit. This Zoom crap is a pain in the arse. All right, how about you now? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Got it.
Oh, God, there we go. I never know that I want to hear you scream in my ear. Got it! That would be almost as bad as I'm almost there or wrong hole. Either one, we're just going to pretend.
That's what I should have said. I'm almost there.
God, we're just going to pretend that you didn't say that. We're just going to make believe. So, anybody got any highlights of their, WTF of what the hell, Corona quarantine 2020? Like every single person drives by and waves and honk. I've had a few people, that it's so funny. They'll pull up in the driveway and they'll get out of the car or truck and lean over the fence and just stand there talking, and that's it. Live, who do we have?
This is Richard Bradshaw.
What's going on, young man? Let me get you some volume. Go ahead. What you got going on?
In the work.
I'm losing you there.
My cancer doctor yesterday.
All right, say that all over again because I lost you for a few seconds.
I just pulled into work.
Oh, just pulled into work. Okay.
And I went to my cancer doctor yesterday.
And how'd that go?
It went well.
Well, that is awesome. With everything that's going on in the world today, we need to hear those kind of things, to hear that it went well, to hear that good things are coming, good things are happening.
Okay. I went to Northside Hospital on Johnson's Ferry Road yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I walked in the building, my wife couldn't go in. I had to go in by myself. And I go up to the 6th floor. As soon as I walked through the double doors, they checked my temperature and gave me a mask and asked me all kind of questions. And every nurse inside that building was wearing masks and gloves.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that you found out good stuff. That's for sure.
Well, they just checked my body out, but they didn't give me no blood work or nothing like that.
Yeah, and and I don't know enough about what's going on. I would just make a large assumption that they're being I don't know if nervous is the word. Maybe they're being sparingly on how much blood work they're doing because of present said situation.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it.
But I thank y'all for making me laugh every day.
Well, I mean, dude, I got to tell you, thank you for making me laugh every day. Because if you would not have had sex and came out with Brittany Kane, I wouldn't have anybody to laugh at. So, I mean, dude, I got to celebrate the fact that you have had her to laugh at for her whole life. I'm just saying. And I saw pictures. Apparently, she's got a sister. She must be the smart one.
No, she got a brother, her older brother.
Oh, so it's the older brother that was taking the
No.
picture of the pregnant girl. Or do you
No.
got 3 kids?
Yeah, I got 3 kids.
Oh, okay.
Brittany's the oldest, and RJ's is next.
So maybe the order diluted down a little bit as you had. I don't know. I'm just going to stop right there. But thank you for giving me her to laugh at. She is
Good
my.
morning, Richard Bradshaw.
She's my funniest neighbor to laugh at.
Morning, Holly.
So, yeah, man. Look, man, I'm just glad that we can make you laugh, and that's what our intentions are. I think the best part about this is you get it. Like you get it. You're that guy. You wake up in the morning and you're just like the typical amount of other people. Like my friend Diane that just tuned in. I know you wake up and you're like, oh crap, gotta go to work.
That's
Man,
right.
I need something funny right now.
I'm a blue collar guy.
Yeah.
Like you saying the other day.
That's right. And if you really want something funny, look at that big ass melon that girl right there's got now that I put her on a big TV. God almighty.
That is sexy. A big old sexy tater.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, you heard that too. You heard that right. Oh, and Brittany Kane, you could tell she got a, I mean, I'm assuming she went to Rockdale the way she's spelling shut your mouth. She's been hanging out with Angela too much.
That's right.
But you know, I'm glad, you know, my wife had made the comment the other day about you in the blue shirt. And I said, I'm not going to try, and I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings that are listeners. I really don't. I said, but yeah, dude, that's one of our most dedicated. I said, he is like Joe Leaper. Like he puts his earbuds in, he gets in that bulldozer, and he's working down at the county dump on a bulldozer. And I'm like, all day, every day he's listening. I'm like, I'm super proud to know a man just like him exist, who is taking very good care of his family, raised some amazing kids, no matter what I say about Brittany, raised some amazing kids, blue-collar worker through and through, backbone of this right here, the United States of America, and I applaud you, sir, because you are part of that chain that it takes to hold all of us together, and a lot of people don't understand it.
And he's on the Spank Bank calendar,
Oh, my Lord.
September.
He says sweet. Oh, my Lord. But yeah, brother, I mean, you know, I'm just glad you are that guy. And I think everybody needs to think about those sort of things. You know, it takes all of us to do what we do. You know, everybody has a very important role here. It's almost like a farm. You know, the farmer has to have the sheep for this, has to have the cow for this. I think we all need to get back to the basics and understand that it takes all of us. Like Tommy Morrison drives a dump truck. If he's not driving, not only does he not work and make his money, but if he's not driving, the guy on that job site isn't either getting dirt hauled off or getting dirt brought in.
That's right.
It is so simple math, and I can't understand how some of these dumbass government people don't get it. But it takes all of us, and we're all just the worker ants, and that's all it is. All I did was put down my tool apron and my tool belt because I blew my back out and picked up a microphone. That's all I've done. I've traded one tool for another tool. You know, I was great at using my hands. Now I'm great at using my mouth. And Philip Snow, you can suck it because I know you're going to have something smart ass to say on that one.
But I want to nominate you for
I ain't
President of
saying
the
nothing.
United
I'm gonna
States.
leave it right there.
Man, yeah, wouldn't that be something if they let somebody like me up in there? We'd really have. You know what would happen though? I wouldn't really kick the white collar people in the balls. I'd probably kick them in the shins though, because I would have to make them completely understand that you can laugh at your trash man all you want, but just know he's putting up with your crap. You can laugh at your plumber, just know he's putting up with literally your crap. If we don't do our jobs, I mean, if the blue collar workers of America, if we said, okay, we're going on strike for 24 hours, the world would stop. At least the United States would. I mean,
People
it just
be
is what it is.
Right on the road.
Oh, yeah. Your DOT workers, you know, everybody wants to talk smack about county employees and DOT workers, but think about it. Them bastards are fixing the potholes and fixing this and fixing that, and that's the part that I need people to be smart enough to understand.
They are on 285, standing in the middle of the road working.
Yeah.
Fixing potholes.
Yeah.
Atlanta folks don't know how to slow down for nobody.
Yeah, one of my buddies it's a young man I've known since he was 12. Runs the cranes that lift all the stuff on the side of the expressway all the time. He's either lifting concrete blockades or steel to build these bridges or whatever. And man, some of the pictures that he sent is incredibly scary. Like, you can see he's 50 foot off the ground, but his cab is even with the expressway. And I mean, all that's in front of him is a piece of glass. And and you see oncoming traffic coming at him. And, you know, the first thought is, what happens to that one drunk bastard that's not paying attention, or the one guy playing on his phone that's not paying attention?
He's either going to go the wrong way on the interstate or hit somebody going the right way.
Oh, yeah. I could just see him launching himself right into that tower crane. I mean, that's just where my brain goes. Abby, good hand. He's good with his hands and mouth. LOL. See, I should have known my two leading perverts, Abby and Philip Snow, would be the ones having something to say. Well, brother, you get to work, man. I appreciate you, though.
Can I give you my WTF?
Yeah, come on.
Yesterday, the news, now Channel 2 and Channel 5 said yesterday, oh, there won't be no traffic on the road. 285 nice and clear. I-20 78 nice and clear. They lied.
Yeah.
They was all kind of what the.
Oh yeah, just remember they're nothing but predictors. I mean, you know, about like you paying that lady to read your palm.
That's right.
You know, I mean, when you think about it, the weatherman. I wish I had a job to get paid like him just to guess.
I heard that. Shoot, I'm out here where I work at, and just look up the sky. I ain't got to depend on the weather, folks.
That's me. I'd pull out a Doppler radar and watch which way it's going. That's the simplest thing to do. Because guess what? It's the same thing they're doing. I mean, they're doing the same thing. But hey, it is what it is. They got a job too, right? They're an entertainer.
That's right.
Those sofa surfers.
All
right, brother. Well, do your thing. Have a great day.
All right, y'all.
We love you, Richard.
See you later.
Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
So, yeah, Philip Snow, you know, Mr. Grammar Nazi, him and Abby are my friggin' grammar Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
Send me a message and said, just curious about this morning. Are you trying to say people surfing sofas? Because you've typed suffering sofas like someone is dying. And I was saying surfing sofas. But you got to remember, this friggin' autocorrect drives me damn nuts. Every day,
yes,
every single day, you can type whatever you want and it will spell perfect. And then guess what? It changes it on you again.
Yeah.
So, anywho's. But think about it. Some of them sofa surfers are making a damn sofa suffer. Say that 5 times real fast.
I know you're right.
Live, who do we have?
You have Larry Cox. How you doing?
I was just fixing to answer you. Go ahead. He said, can I call in? Dude, you are more than welcome to call in. And can I just say, you look good on camera. You got your glasses on. Like, you look good on camera. I was going to say that the other night, but somebody probably would have read wrong. You know what I mean? Like, Larry, you're looking good on camera there, buddy.
I hear you, Scott. I hear you, man. I mean, you know, that thing is really good. And I saw it during the campaign season this year that our little show would take off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't anticipate the corona stuff.
Yeah.
And we'd have a true captive audience.
That's right. That's right. And I'm glad it's working out. You know, I had ideas back years ago with Oz, and I was trying to do What's Happening in Rockdale. And I wanted to do it out of the courthouse. And that's before he was, you know, the man in charge. And he's like, no, I can't allow anybody to use the county's owned camera and screen and room. And I'm like, why can't you? You delegate what goes on that public broadcast channel for the county. Why can't you let someone like us come in and do a show? But, you know, I'm glad to see y'all just went ahead and went a different direction, because now y'all don't have to answer to anybody.
No. And like I said, and I think we've proven that we've been fair objective.
Yeah, y'all are extremely non-biased. I love that. Y'all can have your opinions, but you let them have theirs.
Yep. So I think it's worked out well. We're actually going to do something a little bit. We're going to actually have a bunch of shows this weekend, but Friday we're going to do something. Alex is going to he's going to actually use his technology to host a virtual Republican Party meeting on the Rockdale County Republican Party Facebook page, and we're going to have Senator Brian Strickland on, and Brian's going to answer some questions and give us an update on several interesting things. God, I thought we throw this out there to folks.
Oh God, yeah, please do, dude. I love it because I'm noticing our listeners are coming on y'all's page, dude, and that's what it's all that cross pollination.
Crossover, yeah. He's going to come on and talk to us about what's going on in the legislature as far as what's potentially going to happen with the session, and he's going to talk to us about the corona stuff and about the election coming up, how that's going to actually happen with with all the mail-in ballots and stuff. And he's also going to discuss the governor's powers that they extended till I think the 13th, and if they're going to go in and do a little special session again to extend those powers. Right. So it's going to be a very informative meeting with Senator Strickland, because he's one of the floor leaders for the governor, so he's got that inside track, and so it'll be great for the local folks here in our area to be able to get that information from somebody in the know at the Capitol.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I love that y'all are able to do that. Like me, I can't be funny and try to be serious all in the same time. So I love the fact that, we always try to say there's always something out there for somebody. And you don't have, you can want to be funny with me and you want to be serious with y'all. And I love the facts that y'all research, and I love the fact that y'all both have the mentality of we're not getting into the he said, she said. Like, if you want to come and you want to say it and you want to put your name to it, you put your name to it. But let's not just promote drama. And y'all do a really good show.
Well, this is the thing about it. I mean, we had some guests on a couple of weeks ago. They said some things, and the sheriff and Chris Tutt wanted to come on, and they wanted to tell their side of the story, which they were allowed to. But the sheriff said a couple of things this week, past week, and we've got some guests that'll be coming on because we've got all the sheriff candidates scheduled. And some of those guys have already reached out and said they have some issues with some of the things that he said, and they're going to actually contradict some of the things that he said and bring their own opinion about it.
And the great thing is you can't say you didn't say it. You can't say I didn't say that. Number one, it's recorded. Number two, everybody heard it. That format is awesome. I love live. Everybody tries to tell me about podcasting and trying to record and trying to do this, and I'm like, live. If it's not live, it's not real. That's just my mindset.
Well, I think this is something we have to look at too. There was an article in the Citizen that actually talked about an inmate having corona at the jail, and if you watch the show, I point blank asked the sheriff if any inmate had tested positive for corona, and he said no. Okay. Well, the article in the Citizen actually said that the jail was notified on April the 5th, and our interview with the sheriff was from between 8 and 9:30, and I think that question was asked after 8:30. I'm assuming he should have been notified before 8 o'clock in the evening by medical personnel that person was positive. So, it's either one or two things. Either he knew and didn't want to say it, or he didn't know, and that's just as bad because, that shows a disconnect that, he should have known that important information.
Thank you. And I always refer right back to captain of the ship is responsible for the ship. And I'll never stop saying that when it comes to like what happened to my stepson. Whether you try to, meaning him, whether you try to say, well, the guy that's in charge of the jail is the responsible one. You're the one responsible for the jail. Like you can't pass the buck. You're ultimately responsible for that ship, period. And then the other question is this. If he's got the corona, rumor has it there's a couple of other officers that have had the corona. Well, then what's the odds, just throwing it out there, what's the odds that some inmates have it? And you just said that there's a report about it.
Yeah, it was in the Citizen that the inmate was originally taken to the hospital on March the 28th. They were tested, and the result came back positive on April the 5th. But the
I'm just
inmate
shaking
had
my
been
head.
in isolation since the 28th.
Right. Well, it is what it is, and I hope everybody will come and check out your show. It's called This Week in Rockdale, and they're on top of it. Factual information, factual. I mean, it's real and it's raw and it's in your face, but it is exactly what society needs today.
Well, I think we've had every candidate but one candidate that's running for office reach out to us to actually ask to be on the show. And if they ask to be on the show, then we actually put them on the show. Okay.
Right.
So I think there's only one candidate that is not will not be scheduled on the show, and that's Commissioner Washington, and she had banned Alex. She had blocked him on Facebook, and so since she did the block maneuver, Alex said, we're not going to extend an invitation, and if she asks, she won't be allowed to come on.
I'm just that guy. I would want her to be. I'd want her live, because then she'd have to just refuse point blank any question asked to her. I mean, she was such a negative Nancy to me. I would be so, and I know how she's got to be with Alex too. I would so want to just put her on spot. I mean, it's like so for everybody to understand, this lady is a chairman, not a chairman, excuse me. Definitely not a chairman. So she's a commissioner. Yeah, she's a commissioner in Rockdale, and she's an attorney who works in Rockdale, has a practice in Rockdale, but she works in other counties. Now, what I find funny is in Rockdale, she walks around like her shit don't stink. But let me just tell you how when she bumps into me in Walton County Courthouse, she looks at her shoes and wouldn't look at me eye to eye and almost ran into a wall because she wouldn't even look up. Now, what does that say? That says to me that you're not a very good person. That also says to me that if you feel that you can't look me in my eyes, you must be a shameful person. It's just hilarious. It's just completely hilarious. And that's, I mean, I could say more, but I'd start cussing. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, I think this coming Saturday, I think our schedule, I think we've got Tequila 11 at 4 p.m. on Saturday. We've got Janice Morris at 8. And then on Sunday, we've got Moses Purdue running for sheriff. So Tequila's running for post 1. She's actually running for sheriff's position. Then we got Janice Morris running for the clerk of courts, which is Ruth Wilson has retired. So that's a vacancy. And then, of course, Moses Purdue's running for sheriff will be on Sunday. So we had to add all these spots, and we've got like the next Saturdays are booked too with like 2 different bookings, and
cool.
And we've got everything, and the chairman actually reached out to us, and we actually have the chairman scheduled for May 17th.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see all of that.
I mean, but everybody is scheduled. All the sheriff candidates are scheduled. All the chairman candidates are scheduled. We have Katrina Young scheduled. We have Brian Jenkins scheduled. We have Chairman Nesbitt scheduled. We have the candidates running for post 1 scheduled. We have we had Judge Etienne and Judge Cuthbert on. I think both their opponents are scheduled to come on the show also. So, I mean, people just reached out. They want to be on. And, I mean, I think all of us have recognized an increase in viewership and stuff with everybody trapped at home. When Alex and I were discussing adding the other shows, we said, well, you know what? What's everybody supposed to? They're not supposed to be doing anything. So,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree. I agree. And I think that's awesome. And guess what? Even if anybody looks at it in a negative manner and says, well, they're only getting these views because everybody's at home, 1 out of 5 are going to go, hey, where the hell did this show come from? So any numbers are good numbers. And the good thing about it is I think it's a win-win for y'all. Let the corona screw up all these people that can't go sit somewhere and see it live. Make these people feel like they're on the spot and they got to sit in front of a camera and say it, and it's all recorded.
Well, something else is happening with this too. We've got a lot of people who are Democrats actually watching the show, and Alex and I don't hide the fact we're both conservative Republicans.
Right.
Okay. So we don't hide that fact. But the thing is, they're actually beginning to see that Republicans are not the boogeyman.
Yes.
That they're actually been able to see two guys that are Republican, and we're actually rational.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have varying ideas, and that we actually get along with people. So I think they're getting to see a different perspective of who they thought we were versus who we really are.
Mm-hmm. Well, let them learn. Let them learn. I'm excited to see that y'all are able to pull it off. So that to me speaks volumes. Let it happen,
Right.
dude. And you know what?
Yeah, but
Somebody needs to turn around and do that in Covington. Somebody needs to do that in every town. When I was taking care of homeless, everybody kept going, what can I do to help? And my motto is, I got this town. Step out and do something in your town. I think everybody needs to start speaking up, because if we don't start taking care of our own towns, it's going to do just what Rockdale did. The reason Rockdale got out of hand is because nobody was asking questions.
yeah, I spoke to a former elected official, because I'm not going to dish on it because we talked
Mhm.
about some stuff and everything. So, but it was a former elected official who held office in Rockdale County for many years, more than 2 terms, right? And they told me that when they first ran for office in Rockdale County, that the Rockdale citizen actually held you accountable. That the citizen actually did investigative reporting. They were on your case. They were on your opponent. They actually reported and did investigative reporting and made you aware of all the candidates. He said, and that's not been the case for a very long time.
Yeah, so I was going to say, what happened?
And that individual told me that they're glad to see our show, because we're giving people that opportunity that they can ask questions and they can actually be involved in it. And that's what. But get back to what I really originally called was about the Friday show and the Republican monthly meetings, sort of
Okay.
what we're calling it. Is we really want to be able to offer these kind of things through our our access to the internet, is for when things are happening in our community, for people like Brian Strickland to be able to come and actually give a message, because people want information right now. They want to know what's going on, what they can expect,
Oh, yeah.
and what the possibilities are. So that's sort of what we were thinking.
I'm glad.
And I think it's a good idea, and I think Brian Senator Strickland's going to be well received, and I think that it's a needed thing, and I think it'll help comfort some people with what's going on.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I completely agree.
So
Well,
that'll be Friday
just
at
keep
6
us in
p.m.
tune. Keep us in tune. And I'm sure Alex, I just saw him tune in, so hopefully he'll keep us in tune as well.
Yeah, that'll be Friday at 6 p.m. on the Rockdale County Republican Party page
All right, brother.
on the Facebook page.
Well,
Okay.
thanks for calling in, and any more stuff, y'all just let us know.
Okay. Thanks, guys. I
All right,
appreciate
brother.
it, man.
I'll see you later.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
There you go, Larry Cox. So I'm laughing at some stuff I'm reading to Dondra. I wish I could sit at home and sit in my pajamas and drink beer. LOL. Yeah. Keith tuned in. Dirk, what's going on? Everybody, please share. My buddy Mike Wright. Where was it? Damn it! Is the bars open yet? Keep scrolling. Keep saying good morning. Karina saying good morning. James Royster. Good morning. He says radio talk legend DJ Scotty with Holly.
Good morning, James.
I encourage James. I'll use James as an example. He drives by my house and waves. We've been outside, and I'm trying to encourage people, especially motorcycle guys. I bet if my bike was sitting outside, then they'd wave. You know what I mean? But nobody knows where I live yet versus the other house. Everybody on a motorcycle knew that was my house. The point I'm trying to make, though, is I'm trying to encourage people when you drive by and what happened to the hey neighbor, you know? So we wave at everybody. Zaylee makes it a habit to jump up and down and wave at anything it rides by. Big trucks, fire trucks, police cars, ugly station wagons, Mazdas, piece of crap Nissan, PT Cruisers. My kid don't discriminate. She'll wave. And I am encouraging more and more people to start doing that, man. I'm trying to get my props ready. I just encourage people to do more, man. Start paying more attention and waving to these people. Why do we have to not like each other? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. There's enough of them couch sofa surfers sitting. Oh, my cord. Being those negative ass Nancys. And that, let them be those people at home. And Keys, how about them Rangers? They're a good baseball team.
Well, look, Dondra says you got me unmuted.
Yeah, I got you unmuted.
Okay. Dondra says, I wish I could too. She was replying to Scott.
Yeah.
We have to be dressed and ready from the waist up.
Yeah, but what are you doing waist down?
To do hearings, office meetings, etc. I'm not a work from home person.
Yeah.
So I guess she's not dressed from the waist down.
She's wearing a white button-down collar shirt with her little brass plastic-looking name tag and got her lapdog Tim under her desk. She's wearing a kilt, so if she has to stand up, she looks official.
That's right.
There we go, Dondra. Good morning, Dirk. Abby, which bike are you talking about? See, that's funny. Well, snobby snowflakes don't wave. I do, but some don't. Man, it irks the shit out of me. I waved at a lady yesterday that cut me off in traffic. Oh, yeah, I really wave at them. Do you know that I find yelling at them and flicking them off doesn't piss them off? But when I wave and smile with that eat shit smile, that pisses them off so friggin' bad. I love it. Dondra says, I wish he's working. Okay, so you got a fill in? You got a pitch hitter? Somebody taking Tim's spot? What are you saying? You wish it was him? I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that one. Good morning, Clay Ivy for Sheriff. What's happening, young man? Everybody, please share, please share, please share. I know with the present situation, I haven't been doing commercials nearly as much, and I need to get a clock up here so I can start watching my 30 minutes. Because now with the screen not having two screens, it's messing me up with my clock. I got to get a clock up on the wall. I can see that now. She typed STFU, and you spelled stuff wrong. Are you dyslexic? You must be dyslexic. You spelled stuff wrong. So, look, I do need to go to commercial, everybody. Hang tight. Don't go nowhere. These are going to be a little longer commercials because it's going to make up for not doing commercials and it'll give Holly time to do whatever she's got to do. I got to pee. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. We love each and every one of you. Please share, please share, please share. Tell your friends why you like your friends why you like the show. We'll be right back.
Attention, please. We're gonna have a problem here. Will the real Slim Shady?
Hey, Joe, you ever heard about Rush Tees?
Yeah, I think I have. Is it the place you can get your own designs printed up on any shirt?
Polos, you can design whatever you want. Hell, you can take a picture of you and your dog and have it put on a shirt.
That's really cool. They're known for a quick turnaround, too, right?
Oh, yeah, man. Unless you got some crazy amount of shirts you want, they don't even have a minimum order. They are pretty good about getting you your stuff really fast.
That's very cool. So rush on down to Rush Tees and Signs. Where are they located, Scotty?
Man, they're located right there off of Elm Street and 278 in Covington. Their number is 770-728-1481.
Tell them Just for Fun sent you.
Copy Central and Conyers can take away your printing blues because they're the copy specialists.
My business needed flyers and it needed brochures. I went to Copy Central and my printing blues were cured.
Give them a call at 770-918-2588 and online at copycentral.org. Copy Central, the copy specialist. I love Copy Central.
Now or Never Tattoo is taking art to the next level. If you're thinking about ink, you want the best in the biz. Ink is art. You want the best artist available. You want Now or Never Tattoo. Chris Huff, owner-operator at Now or Never Tattoo, invites you to stop by, meet the crew, tour the studio. Find Now or Never Tattoo on Facebook. You'll be impressed with the photo gallery. Or stop by now or Never Tattoo at 1427 Highway 138 in Conyers.
Are you tired of those old tattoos that you've been hiding for years? Make sure you get a hold of Dr. Ink Eraser. That's who's taking care of all my laser tattoo removal needs. You need to call them at 770-702-0944. Call them. They'll set you up with an appointment right here in Conyers or any location that they're doing around Metro Atlanta. That's, again, Dr. Ink Eraser to take care of all your laser tattoo removal needs. You can find them on our website. Hey everybody, DJ Scotty here telling you about Buckeyes and Social Circle. Don't miss out on Buckeyes restaurant right there in Social Circle. On Friday night alone, they have catfish platter. How can you go wrong, dude? They got smoked wings, barbecue, Angus burgers. Oh my God, the burger with the egg on it to die for. Whatever you do, don't miss out on Buckeyes restaurant in Social Circle. Go find them on Facebook. You can find them at Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle.
Buckeyes Restaurant.
That time of the year, it's approaching, man. Here we are at the beginning of the year. You know tax season is right around the corner. Heck, I was watching people last night on Facebook debate about paying people to do their taxes and is it worth it, is it not worth it? Let me just tell you this. Rapid Tax Service is the way to go. They saved me a lot of money. I was scared. I just knew I was going to owe a bunch of money. I can promise you, just like they did for me, they will do for you. They will take care of you. Make sure you go check out Rapid Tax Service, 678-658-8601. Rapid Tax Service is the way to go. Today's show is sponsored by Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle. Don't get it confused with the others, because this is the choice that you gotta choose. Today's show is sponsored by Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle. Sometimes you don't know what you're missing until you find out you're missing it. This is a warning. Don't take anything we say too damn serious.
I wouldn't
Don't
make
be
it
a
a habit calling me
snowflake.
that,
Just
though.
remember, it's just for fun.
What's up, everybody?
We're back.
You know, I have to remember, like Holly's sitting there on my iPad with the camera and at the angle that we're at, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm over here just eating stuff in my face. And then, like, when I go to wipe my nose, I take and move the camera to where y'all only see her face. But she's over here watching me wipe my nose and everything else. It's kind of weird, you know, like, damn, look at this peeping Tom just staring at me. So a second ago, I had a mouthful of food, and I just leaned right down.
Stalker.
Yeah, I just
You're
leaned right down in the
stalker.
camera while I'm taking a bite of food. Good morning, Jimmy James. Towins in the house. He was out yesterday doing a bunch of good stuff. Abby
Best
talking
cooker
to
in the South.
somebody.
She
saying-
wanted to know when the last time you washed that nasty cup was.
About 7-8 days ago. And then that
It's
was the
probably
first.
got
That was
Rona.
the first time in like a week or 3 or 6. I don't know. I used to say that's why I laugh when people make comments about the sink being having dirty cups, and I'm like, ain't mine. I got one. I treat everything almost like jail. Like I'll use the same 2 spoons and the same 2 bowls for cereal, and I have 2 black coffee cups, and I only use my coffee cups that I like. I only use this cup that I like. I only use those spoons that I like. I only use. I'm just just that way. Sorry. But I was single for so long, I know how to be very minimalistic. Let me get that right. But I also have the cups I like. You know, I like the spoons I like. Believe it or not, the 2 spoons I use are because they were my great grandmother's. So every time I pick them up, I remember being a kid and eating banana pudding or Brunswick stew, so every time I pick up the spoon and see the pattern on the spoon, I remember it. Like the other day, Zaylee was cutting apples for the first time with Mama, and I looked at her and I went, "Oh, that is awesome!" And she goes, "Look, Daddy, I'm cutting apples." I said, "You know what I think's really cool? You're cutting apples with the same knife that I cut apples with. Like, that's my great grandmother's. And Zaylee doesn't really get what a great grandmother is right now. And I was like,
Right.
it's my daddy's grandmama. And she's like, oh, but a lot of y'all don't have stuff like that. Like, people, the way my memory works, I may not think of something until I hold something or touch something. And when I'm holding it and looking at it, it then my memory comes back because of the way my memory is. So, you know, for me, it's just awesome. It's just an awesome thing that, you know, for y'all to even understand, you would think it's like a memory. I mean, it's like a movie, you know, like when the person touches the spoon and remembers something from a vision or a dead person. It's very similar that way for me. I mean, I hate it, but it is. I can pick up a T-shirt and remember where I was when I got it, and other than that, I would never think about it. So go ahead. What was you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say a while ago when you was on the phone, you put your hand up. It looked like you was saying, "Talk to the hand."
Oh,
well, I
God.
wanted to tell you, talk to the booty. 'Cause
Oh
the
my
hand's off
God!
duty.
Oh my God! Leave it to her. See what happens when you let her sit at home. You way too much freedom. Way too much freedom. Canadian Bacon
You
says,
see my friend I made you? You can see when I get up, so you ain't looking at my vacuum cleaner.
"Oh my Jesus! Now that is friggin' hilarious. That is friggin' hilarious." Canadian Bacon says Scotty equals creature of habit. Very, very, very true.
Yes.
Candy says I've been up since 2:30 writing a 30-page essay. Tuned in.
Turned it in.
Okay, sorry. I had to think about what I'm reading. Turned it in. Got a 45 grade. Oh, she goes. There's her WTF moment.
Sorry about that, Candy. What'd you do to that professor to want a 30-page essay?
Or what didn't
I'm
you?
in
What
my-
didn't you do for that professor?
Yeah. I'm in my 3rd year at college. I ain't never had one want a 30-page essay.
Golly.
The longest one I've had them ask for is 6 to 8 pages.
Mm-hmm. Wansley saying, "Oh, look at that kitty. You must be sending her private pics." So listen, I got to make a joke for a second. So everybody knows, you know, or kind of knows the mohawk, the green mohawk on the skull T-shirt, right? So
Kind of crooked, ain't it?
Shut it up, woman. So I've been cutting my mohawk to be taller in the front, shorter in the back to slope it down. Well, when I wear my headphones, it pushes my hair down. So I'm going to take my headphones down and let y'all see for a second. So look at the side of my mohawk, right? So my wife, after having a fireball yesterday, says, "Oh my God, look, you've been letting your hair lay flat in the back. It's starting to be the same height and look like that shirt." And I went, "I swear to God, woman, I have been cutting my hair this way for like a month now. Like every 2 weeks when I shave this, I cut the back down a little shorter to match that." She goes, "Oh, what a great idea." Oh my Jesus, really? What a great idea. Oh my God. It was hilarious. And my father-in-law couldn't do nothing but laugh because it's like, of course I've been cutting it that way, woman. Dang, where have you been? But it's just funny. It's just completely funny. So anybody
You got
WTFs, call
you got
in.
that monkey snot in it.
Ooh, the way you say it. No. I think it was funny last week when I typed the words. Look at this. It's kept it up for 3 days. And finally, one person goes, "Does that mean you hadn't showered in 3 days?" Finally, the one person smart enough to get the joke. You know? And no, I hadn't taken a shower within those 3 days because it had been raining and stupid stuff like that. I mean, I ain't wasting water.
I told you stunk. Didn't you get it?
No, I know better than that. The only reason you'd say that is if you didn't bathe.
I bathe every day.
No, you get it because you try to put it on me every day. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just write it out. We'll put it on the script. So what's going on, America? Anybody call in. And if anybody wants to be on, I can if you've got the Zoom app, we'll throw you in right now, Dan. You can get right up on here with us.
Oh, Wansley says, "Just want to say thanks, Scotty DJ. Now my husband wants a mohawk."
I'm glad I could help. I think everybody should get one. Just get a mohawk just because you can. Just because you can. The thing I like is everybody's wearing the mohawks are different. Like one guy sends me a mohawk, it's completely flat. And James Royster sent me a picture, said the guy's been wearing it that way for years. A friend of mine named Kevin does his like the shark fin and makes it tall and it's green. I just love the fact that everybody wants to do them, but they want to be different about it. And I think that's awesome. Everybody should be original. Rick Hicks in the house. What's going on, man?
Good morning. Good morning.
Canadian Bacon says I have Zoom, but you might want to make sure
that they are dressed.
I don't care. I mean, it's not like I can't remove you. And wait, are you insinuating that you're naked? Because that's what that sounds like.
Canadian Bacon.
I'm just saying. I mean, it just sounds like that's what she's saying.
Watching you naked.
Yeah, that's just kind of creepy now that you think about it.
It's kind of like
how many right now are playing the show live naked? I need to know.
That's kind of like Keith Collin when he's in the tub with his rubber ducky.
No, it wasn't a rubber ducky. Just saying.
Okay, his blow up doll.
Yeah. Candy says, I'm about to get in the bath, so I won't be able to Zoom. Dirk said, sad enough, no hair in the middle. He could do the double mohawk. Yeah, you could look like one of them wrestlers and have 2 racing stripes, one down each side of your head, the reverse mohawk. Karina, okay, so good morning to Holly and Scotty from Sylvia. Good morning. Tommy says, not me, which I'm really concerned of. Does that mean no, you're not naked? Alvin, we know he probably is. He's probably
naked.
Yeah, he's probably sitting on the porch with just nothing but a bottle of Jim Beam. Naked as a jaybird.
Send us a video, Alvin.
Oh my Lord, send her one. I don't know that I want one, but I know she wants one. She's gonna put it in her spank bank. Where's her share tag? Candy says, where's my share tag? I don't know. Did you share? I can't control that. I'm watching the show naked, eating pretzels and peanut butter. My coworkers aren't too thrilled. That's from Brett. I bet your coworkers are loving you today. I'm close some of these down.
Wonder if Rich Archer is watching us naked.
So Rich Archer is now the manager, assistant manager, main whatever of the Chop House in Madison. And today there's Rich Archer. Man, you said his name. Oh my God, that is spooky. That is spooky. They're doing a barbecue cookout delivery. However, I don't know all the details for first responders, fire department, EMT, blah, 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 blah. Police.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So he was setting up that like bright and early this morning. Tess is in the house. Good morning.
And Alvin said, hell yes.
Oh, about being naked? Oh, that's kind of a no-brainer. It's Alvin. That's a no friggin' brainer, isn't it? Just saying. Sherry, good morning. So, man, anybody got anything? Like, I want to hear. I'm going to put the phone number up because I want to hear from people. I want to know, have you been out? What craziness have you seen? I want to say this. I am blown away at society because the milk guy, they talked to a guy who is a farmer who does milk here in Georgia, and he's having to dump 1,400 gallons of milk every day because, and I don't get it, because they said people aren't coming out as much. There's a limited amount of milk being purchased because there's a limited amount of, I don't get it. Let effing people go out and buy some damn milk.
Alvin's got some cat milk for sale. He says it's cat milk.
I'm not real sure where to go with that one.
It's $10 a container from the free range cats outside his house.
Mm-hmm.
But his friend said, "Did you see how small them containers were? They were too small for cat milk." He said Alvin was milking himself.
Well, I'm dying laughing with the whole the milk scenario, because to me, okay, Canadian Bacon email is okay. I'm gonna send her. All right, let me go back and copy the invite from Holly. Y'all, pardon me as I figure out how to do all this while we're live. I just hate that. Copy URL. I guess I did that right. I hate that there's people that are having to send throw milk away. I mean, it's like, what the hell, dude? Why would anybody have to do that right now?
Keith Bone said he's got some breast milk for sale.
I'm really scared, dude. There's a weird fetish, maybe. I'm trying to figure out. Are you? There's 3 questions in this. Are you milking it? Are you milking it from off a person or off yourself? And what the hell you got it for? That's my question. It's like, what you got that for? All right, it just said
there's bacon.
Bacon.
I see her.
Oh, you see her? I don't see her.
She's naked.
Oh my Lord. I can't see her. I only see myself. You see her?
I do see her.
What the hell? I don't know. I got to learn all this. Dun, 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 dun.
You don't see her yet?
Nuh-uh.
I see her. I can't hear her or nothing.
There's her face.
Yep, I see her. She's
I don't know enough.
Screen now.
I don't know enough about all this.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to. Oh, here we go. Switch views. Oh yeah, y'all don't want to see that, so let me switch my camera angle, because y'all don't need to see me. But hell, it's up. It is what it is.
Scotty.
So what's going on, Bacon? Bacon bits in the morning.
Yeah, look, see, this is my crazy kitchen, y'all.
The crazy bacon in her crazy kitchen.
And I am dressed this morning.
I was gonna say she got on some clothes.
Some, and it's not my piece.
She's pulling a Dondra. She has on enough to be on camera.
From the waist up.
That's right. She's pulling a Dondra. She's got on just enough to technically be wearing something on camera.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So far. So see, isn't this cool? This is why I was trying to tell people to join in. I haven't used this enough to know how to work it. Now let's cover Keith Bone. Let's go back to everybody typing. Alvin says, back to the cows, and why don't they donate it? Well, they are. They are now starting to donate all this milk to the homeless shelters and all this other stuff. Because what happened is at first they just had to start dumping it. Now they're like, we can't just keep dumping this milk. We've got to figure out something. So they're trying to bottle it up to sell it, or to donate a lot of it. And then they have their own store where they're just trying to sell more. Keith Rockdale Bone says, oh my God. A
penis pump works good on your breast.
I wasn't sure if I really needed to read that.
And then he said, I can't believe I said that. Y'all disregard that last statement, but he's got some breast milk for sale.
And Candy says, don't go there, LOL. I got milk stories that are hilarious. And I probably want you to type that right here in front of everybody and not a private message. Go ahead.
I nursed both of my kids. My youngest, I had to do breast pumping for. And I promise you, I went to the doctor's once and she goes, you can't take this medicine and nurse. And I went, look, my freezer is full of breast milk. I said, moo.
Yeah, but as a mother though, that's understandable.
But she was like, she just about fell over when I said moo.
Well, that is a
those-
little, you know.
My son, no joke, was drinking bottles for 3 months after I stopped pumping.
Right.
And there's the kid. 'cause- Yeah, he's been enjoying me being at home because I do video chats all day long with my boss
Mm-hmm.
because this is normal for us.
And see, we
Now-
always like creeping in the background, like the containers, and I love
Oh,
creeping
yeah.
in the background, like your
But
full
you know the-
kitchen counter you got over there.
Yeah. But you know that you can actually change it so you can blur the background. so
Yeah,
they
Joe
can't
Leaper
see
did that the
stuff.
other day where he was sitting on the beach or something. I've not learned this enough to know how to do it.
We've been playing with this, and yesterday we started playing with Microsoft Teams
Mm-hmm.
because Teams you can like do all kinds of stuff.
And
but
that's
we're
what I
still-
got to do. I got to get to where, because I think this will end up being, even when Holly comes back, we'll still probably do stuff like this.
Right.
Well, and see, with this though, you can pull in more people into the chat.
Right.
So you don't even need phone calls. You just need to make sure people are dressed, or
Mhm.
at least from the shoulders up.
I'm expecting to start seeing crazy dressing. Like, I would love to see a guy in a kilt, like you talking, and a dude in a kilt dancing behind him. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. Like, don't let me get, if I wasn't doing this and I could be the behind the person talking, oh my God, we'd be in trouble. Hey, Keith Rockdale Bones says, I can't believe I said that. Disregard the last statement.
Yeah, Keith, we don't
Mhm.
disregard anything you say.
Yeah,
Oh my God, can you imagine Keith on this with videos?
that's the point. Can you imagine, you know, you're trying to have a serious conversation and Bootsy and Tootsie are behind you?
Oh Lord, that would be awesome.
You better hope Bianca doesn't call in.
See,
Honey
that's
Bear?
what I'm
Ooh.
getting at. Can you imagine? And I'm trying to figure out, like, it's supposed to switch between active talker, but it wasn't switching.
Good morning, Homer Amy.
I don't
Keith
have it figured
said-
out enough.
Keith Rockdale Bones said, I heard the other day that Dolly Parton's kids started having nightmares because they put them on the bottle.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but that's funny.
Don't you remember as a kid, or at least we used to do it, you know, the Dolly Parton riding on a horse joke where you have like
Mhm.
the you put your arms in your shirt and you go like this. So yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So
But see-
just somebody with just fun, I don't know who, said Georgia Pacific has noted that with folks staying home, TP use is up 40% more at home versus 65% of dropping it at the workplace. Can you imagine septic tank companies right now? Because, I mean, if you're flushing at home, if you're not on city, you're on tank. Throwing that out there.
Oh no.
But
What you
here's-
need to black out.
But here is the thing about septic tanks, and I don't know if there's anybody who owns a septic company. You have to use Angel Soft because septic tanks don't like those flushable wipes. Do
Oh,
not
Philip
flush
Snow.
those things.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Abby.
things will jack it up.
Yep, Abby Morris and Philip Snow. She died when the septic tank guy said that's what it was. So I'm gonna read this out loud just because I'm picturing some weird Pornhub videos out of this. Candy says, I've not had a baby in years, but still had milk coming until about a year ago. She goes crazy. Now I wish I would have kept. Wow.
Kept it. Kept it flowing.
What? Again, I feel a bad porn from this. Like, I now picture Pornhub. Like, weird. I'm just saying.
I will
Stephanie Groker's in the
squirt you
house.
with
What's
my
going on?
milk glands.
Oh, my Lord. Do I really need to know all this? Katie Banks just covered her mouth. like, I just see it happening right now. Shut up. you know? Don't make me skeet you again. Okay, read Keith's.
Squirt you with my milk glands.
Oh, quit grabbing it. Quit grabbing it. Why did I have to see that? Oh, my God. See, if I had said I'd never leave the house. Okay, read Keith's.
Keith said, Hold on. This is a true story. A friend of mine owns the property that backs up to Dollywood. And he said back in the day, Ali loves the outdoors and she would go for walks in her private area, which butted up to his property. And it was worried that she would walk through the woods with nothing on but shoes. She loved to walk naked in the outdoors. Now, would that be something to see? Oh my God.
Well, you know, with all the weird surgeries, who knows what the scars would look like. She'd look like a fire victim. Okay, so nobody's laughing at that one. I thought it was funny.
Well,
Look at that.
My shadow's up.
He looks so happy. Mine's not. I don't hear any bouncing around upstairs.
well, my kids are off of spring break. They were on spring break last week. So,
Okay, so let's talk about this damn spring break stuff. So my wife says, I make the comment, I'm like, damn it, man. Can't believe it's already summer. She says, it's not summer. I went, really? My kid's home. Oh, we see. And so I said to her about school. She goes, well, she's out of school this week. And I went, she's out of school for like 4 months. She goes, no, this week she don't have to do any schoolwork. I went, oh, okay. I mean, it's all so damn confusing.
well, and see, Scotty, you guys are
on my arm.
You guys are in a different.
I'm muting you for a second. Go ahead. Oh, I can't mute one, though. Never mind.
Oh.
Keep going, keep
You guys
going.
are in a different boat than we are because my kids are homeschooled.
Right.
They do virtual school. So they've been through all of this before. Like, this is normal for them.
This is normal?
This is the normal. So for you guys, you're having to go through what we did when they first started doing.
Oh, yeah. So
school.
where you already have readjusted to that's your norm, for us, it's not. Right.
Right. So all the parents who are having to deal with this at the end of the school year, essentially, because you only have like a few more weeks. We did this at the beginning of the year when they first started years ago.
My only problem is I can't go see sponsors worth of crap when I have Zaylee. That's my problem.
No.
Because because it complicates and pisses me off. I'm a control freak over trying to control how everything's going. And when I get ready to leave the house, I grab my stuff and I know exactly where I gotta go, my time frame. I have a lot amount of time to go to all these places. Now it's get Zaylee in and out, get her iPhone hooked back up, get her headphones back in, get her back in the seatbelt, drive down the road. Every time you stop at Quick Trip, she goes, "Oh my God, I want an ice cream!" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I ain't got time for this." That's where it screws me up.
And you also have a different story too, because your daughter's like young, where my kids are. My youngest, you just saw him; he's 13.
Right.
So you've already gone through this with your older kids. You can literally walk out the house and go, "We'll be back."
Yes.
You know, if I had to do this when they were little, I would have ended my life. Like I would have been done.
That's kind of where I'm at for the moment. Let me cover this real quick. Candy says, honestly, I was in a bad mood, but y'all got me laughing now. I'm in a better mood. Yeah, because you know what I'm picturing now? I'm picturing booby milk art. You're like, here's a smiley face and dot the eyes and yeah. See, I'm a weirdo.
Connect the dots.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That just gets weird. Keith's over there with a penis pump. Like a fire extinguisher. Yeah, it's real weird. Keith, when you skeeted out of the penis pump, was it breast milk this time or that other stuff? I mean, it's just so weird. I'm a visual person, so it's better when I don't know these things.
And then you got squirted with my milk gland.
Okay, here's the problem with Zoom. You can see my reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let me go backwards. Everybody saying hey to AJ. A little kiss up. Gonna come over here and try to look all cute on camera and shit. Alvin said today's another e-learning day. I guess that's what the book is now. Candy says exactly, and the damn kids are like, but it's spring break, so we want to have fun. She says y'all been on spring break for 4 weeks and now having 5 months of summer break, so don't even go there. Oh yeah, and that's my thing, you know. Dirk says, glad you're feeling better. Life is too short not to be laughing. You know, I love
That's
Dirk.
right.
Dirk, listen, let me tell you something. Dirk will send me private messages
love
sometimes,
Dirk.
and he'll be like, look, I didn't want to type this on Facebook because you know it's probably going to piss somebody off. And he may have an opposite view of whatever I've typed, but he doesn't bitch at me. He just says, let me give you my perspective. I live over here.
Right.
And honestly, he's always such a good influencer, meaning I'm letting some dumbass over here piss me off, and he types me with like real logic and helps me from wanting to strangle people half the time. And he never tries to disrespect me like somebody else would on Facebook, you know?
But I think that you've got the personal connection with him too. And that makes such a big difference when you've got that personal connection. Dirk and I chat often enough too that we've got a personal connection. 'Cause technically, if he ever moved here, we both have the same thing. We're both immigrants.
Right.
We both have lived in other countries. So, and no, I'm not wearing a Canada shirt, guys. I'm
So
sorry.
I would have to take you, him, and Alex to lunch and just sit back and watch and be like,
No, I'm not going anywhere with Alex.
oh,
Alex and I
yes, you
fight
are.
all the
Oh, my
time.
God, it's beautiful. You two remind me of like the two kids in the backseat of the station wagon. I mean, it would be hilarious.
Alex and I fight like cousins. I mean, I'm just like, dude, really? Because we both have that damn queen on our money. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you both act like queens, but I mean, I wasn't going to go there.
No. I am not even, I did not say that. Alex, if you're listening, that was Scotty.
You both act like a bunch of little girls.
Listen.
And Dirk said, thanks, Scotty, but he's still not going to date you.
Oh, whatever. We can go to the same barber. No, but I mean, it's just really cool, you know, because he sees through the show, and so many people don't. So many people think they know me because of what they see, and they don't really know the real me, because I'll get in a mood where I just want to pick on people. Like, I get in a mood. I just want to mess with people. So, I mean, you know, it just happens. So, hey, let me cover this real quick. Wansley said, I'm so excited the pool guy is coming today. I need to send you pictures because your husband's probably a handyman, such as myself. And
pool guys are hot.
I made a solar pool heater, which does really well. I hooked it up 2 days ago, and I wish I wouldn't have because now the weather's not going to be warm for another friggin' week. But yeah, I got all sorts of cool pool stuff that, you know, that's just really cool. Go ahead. Sorry. Anybody?
Oh, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry.
If you've got a pool, then I'm coming over because I don't have a pool.
Man,
I
I
got
love
a
my pool.
Stupid backyard.
Yeah, and I literally made a joke the other day because the whole self-containment thing. I took a picture and overlaid a square graph, you know, a chart, and I'm like, okay, if we tie everybody's float off, here's your grid of where your 6 foot parameters are. It's like Manders. Manders says, if I want to come into your studio, if I can be 6 feet away from you. And I said, sit in Stephanie's old spot. That's 6 feet away from me. So it would have been me, this monitor, and David Manders. So he may come in tomorrow. I'll just let him walk through the downstairs door and go sit down, you know. And I think if we're smart about it, we'll be okay. Oh, and Wansley said, no, he's not handy. That's why we have a pool guy coming. I could tell you all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's so many shortcuts when it comes to pools. Like, if you're not running a saltwater pool, you're wasting your money on chlorine, by the way. Candy says, so grateful for the shower yesterday. We talk about the rain? She says, Jesus, thank you. A lot of pollen was washed away. I didn't get any rain here, so I'm pissed. I'm hoping for it.
Here.
Yeah, I'm hoping
We got
today.
a tiny bit.
That's what we got, a tiny bit. It wasn't much at all.
Oh my God,
We
I'm
just
laughing.
got a little bit here. I mean, I wish that we had gotten a nice downpour in Stockbridge, but in the hood, Stockbridge. Sorry, I just keep saying.
I know. It happens.
But unfortunately, we did not.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I live in Pollen Central. It feels like because everything is still yellow.
Man, my backyard
Gross.
is got a bunch of pines, so we watch the poof of yellow just blow.
Good morning,
It's
Crystal
gross.
Bennett.
It's gross.
Where do you see some of these names, man? I don't see some of these names. I'm jealous.
They come up in my.
Yeah,
if they're
see, this is
friends
what
with
screws
Holly.
us. Yeah, that's what
Now
screws us
she's
up.
one of my friends.
Now, how
Yeah.
many people do y'all see live? My camera and the
30.
monitor shows 33.
I'm
33.
showing 33.
But yet you see people I don't see. So is your 33 your 33 or is this my 33? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So live shows 33, but Holly's seeing people that she's friends with pop up in the green in the chat comments. So she's saying hi to people that she knows, and it pops up and it says hi, unless they say something.
Yeah, but what trips me out is if I can't see them, do they count as those numbers for me? In other words,
They comment, I guess you would see them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Super strange.
Yeah. But I love, okay, so I'm just going to be like a super geek and go, I really like doing the Zoom. I think this is cool.
Oh, I agree.
think this is
I agree.
awesome. Yeah. 'cause
And there's
now
all this technology. There's all this technology that if I was Alex, where Alex doesn't have a lot of guests. So if I was that person and I didn't have people come into my studio, I would go ahead and drop the money and buy the programs to do this differently so that there wouldn't physically be a screen sitting in Holly's chair. It's just for me, my average is people in here and I need a wide camera. So it changes.
Good morning, Tabitha Rogers.
I have to make a decision of, I mean, how long is this quarantine going to happen? How long are we going to have to go this route? I think it's funny, though, to have a chair sitting there and Holly's head in her seat. I dig it because I think it's funny. But I do have to decide at what point do I make that decision is the thing.
But you know what? You can still have your co-host, and then you can still have people call in.
Mm-hmm. And that's
like
what we're
this.
talking about, right?
Yeah, and it would still be nice because
Yeah.
then you can still have, like, when you think if I had damsel in defense, I could still call in
Right.
and do this.
Yes. Well, and see
show
what
you this
sucks
damsel
is
stuff.
the camera that I use is called Mevo, and I like it because it moves automated on its own. Downfall is the Mevo camera connects straight to a phone, straight into Facebook. I can't use this setup with that program. So in other words, I'd have to buy a nice camera and quit using the Mevo. So I have to make a decision if I'm going to go that level. If I bought a nice Canon, you know, with a big lens on it, and it will sit and never move, meaning it'd be like today, I took it off of automated, so it's just me and y'all. That's how it would be. It would never move again unless you had a person over there moving it.
Right.
Downfalls, everything has a good and everything has its plus and its minuses. I like the moving, but hey, it is what it is.
But you know what? This way too, if you're ever down co-host, you
Mhm.
can always do this,
Yeah.
and then you never really have to worry. And you can just say to people, "Hey, for a 30-minute spot, you know, if you can't get say 3 co-hosts or 2, you
Right.
can say, "Hey, can you guys do 30 minutes?"
That's right.
And have people zoom in, and you're all set.
Well, and the
So,
thing I
yeah.
want people to understand right now, you could put the Zoom app on your phone, just like
Good morning,
FaceTime,
John Crumbly.
and you could Zoom from the toilet, you could Zoom from your car, you could Zoom from the Walmart line.
We
you
do
could
not
Zoom-
want to Zoom while you're in your office, Scotty.
No,
Zoom.
only Scotty zooms from the office.
Well, you know, some of us have to.
Well, some of us don't live in there.
Some of us don't what?
Some of us don't live in there because, you know, although you haven't been zooming from your office lately.
I know. I mean, I haven't done any potty pictures. Makes me feel like I've, you know, been letting people down. I think
Tabitha, I love y'all and miss y'all too.
I think it's amazing to do toilet cam pics because I mean it makes everybody giggle.
He's always thinking about Rich Archer while he's in the toilet.
Not really. It's really the other way around.
Wow. y'all are special.
And Candy says I can use the Waze cameras now since they've updated. Hell, I haven't paid attention. I need to go see what the updates are. Well, look, you guys, I have to go to commercial. Everybody hang tight if you can. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. I'm going to mute y'all for just a second. Are you hanging up, Becky?
I'm going to hang up because I have some work to do, but
Okay.
I am listening.
All right. We'll see you
back.
later.
Bye.
All right. Bye. And we'll be right back, you guys.
Hey everybody, DJ Scotty here telling you about Buckeyes and Social Circle. Don't miss out on Buckeyes restaurant right there in Social Circle. On Friday night alone, they have catfish platter. How can you go wrong, dude? They got smoked wings, barbecue, Angus burgers. Oh my God, the burger with the egg on it to die for. Whatever you do, don't miss out on Buckeyes restaurant in Social Circle. Go find them on Facebook. You can find them at Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle.
Buckeyes Restaurant.
Can you tell me how to get to the
Pampered Puppy? That's
Pampered
where
Puppy,
my dog
Pampered
wants to be. To go
Pampered
get
Puppy,
so fresh and
Pampered
clean.
Pampered Puppy.
So clean, that's where the puppy wants to be. At the best groomer in the town. It's the Pampered Puppy.
Pampered Puppy.
Let's talk about Jimmy James Towing. Have you ever noticed anytime that you've ever needed a tow truck, it is at the most horrible time possible? That's right. Every time you call a tow truck, you are at the mercy of the tow people. Listen, man, you need to call Jimmy James Towing. He is the most trusted, safe, reliable, honest tow truck guy I've ever known. And just know, he is there to be your friend, not just a business person. Jimmy James Towing is there to be your friend when you need him right then and there. It's your worst possible time ever. Jimmy James Towing, 404-554-3121. Have you been thinking about having some trees and stumps removed from your yard? Let's face facts, y'all. Y'all find this to be a horrible thing to have to pay for, and you really just don't know who you can trust. Well, let me tell you, my friends down there at Absolute Tree and Stump Removal are the most honest people I've ever had. They are the best people I've ever had in my yard, and I can trust them to not tear up anything. I can trust them to be on my property. That's right. Absolute Tree and Stump Removal, they are there when you need them, because most of the time when you need stuff like this removed, it's more have-tos than wants. So let them help you in your time of need. That's right. Absolute Tree and Stump Removal. Hey everybody, DJ Scotty here. I want to talk to you about White Brothers Auto Parts Warehouse. I'm telling you, they take your auto experience to a whole nother level. You go in there, you make sure you see qualified people that know how to answer your questions. How hard is it to go in there and ask for an 1157 brake light and nobody even know what you're talking about? Come on. You as a consumer should trust who you buy products from, and let me promise you this, White Brothers is the right place to go to. They have 3 locations in Stone Mountain, Forest Park, and here in Conyers. Make sure you check out White Brothers Auto Parts Warehouse. This is a warning. Don't take anything we say too damn serious. Don't be a snowflake. Just remember, it's just for fun. And if you take any of this personally,
Then personally, I suggest you, hey, we're back. What's happening, everybody? You want to call in? I hung the number up. Of course, somebody's going to be picking because I messed up that 4 that time. Tina won't let me live it down. But hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Just for Fun Radio.
Karina says it's
Keyword
time
radio.
to do her dishes. So she'll see us later. Have a great night, Karina.
Karina, is that masturbation code word or something? I mean, that's a little weird. You didn't have to tell us. It's like other people. There's sometimes you just quit talking. You ain't got to explain it. You just quit talking.
All right, Alvin, we'll help you sell that milk.
So
Go
yeah,
back to
man,
cat milk, Scotty.
it just sucks that all these farmers, dude, they're hurting. To think about it, like, but I don't get it. Aren't people still buying damn milk? What are people just doing without milk? Are the stores okay? You can only buy one milk, or you can't buy. You know, every 5th person can buy milk. I don't get it. I just don't understand.
I don't understand either.
We
I'm
drinking
buying
the
it.
shit out some milk. My daughter every morning.
We do too.
Yeah, man. Kid's got to have that chocolate milk. My kid don't play. She's like, she wants her chocolate milk.
AJ too. He drinks regular white milk and chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
He can drink a gallon of white milk by himself in 4 days.
I'm
He
just
drinks
saying.
lots of milk.
I don't understand it. Karina, she says, la 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 la. I would rather have a man. Well, I'm sure you would rather have one, but until you can find a man, there is military might. Get it?
Oh, Lord.
Get it? Until you find a man, he's close to him. Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him tuning in a minute.
Closest thing to a man.
Yeah. Just saying.
Look, you said yesterday you was going to talk about life insurance. That's an important topic to hit today.
And Candy says, "Oh, cool, you hung the number up, even though your mic's in the way." Yeah, well, I just hung it up because it used to be on the monitor in front of us so that we could read it out to y'all. But I literally just hung it up just because it's over there sitting on the floor. So I'm like, you know what? There you go. Somebody can see it.
Karina said, "Yuck."
Is that foreign talk for "Ooh yeah, baby, baby"? Give it to me one more time.
I don't think so.
That's German for "I'd hit that."
She's gonna kill you. Oh my
God! Yeah, she's staying at your house. She's not gonna be able to stay here now because I'm gonna be scared of her trying to murder me in my sleep. So anybody call in WTFs? Anybody got anything going on? Anybody got anything? I was trying not to talk about the corona a whole lot today because honestly, we are all wearing it to slap the hell out.
Good morning, Regina Green, Isaac Banks. How y'all doing this morning?
Now I can't do her. Sorry.
Oh, he cut me off.
Well, no, Karina was trying to call in on video like that, and I couldn't deal with it right then because of video. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, almost Jacob.
Yeah, it's the guru. What's up, y'all? What's up, Holly?
Mm-hmm.
Almost Holly. Just wanted to call in real quick. Plug the Rough Ass Takeover tonight.
And
Hopefully
why?
2 hours. What's that?
Why couldn't you post it on the page?
I'm in Facebook jail. I'm in Facebook jail till tomorrow night.
Why are you in Facebook jail?
Because Zuckerberg doesn't like marijuana posts on his comments.
Oh
apparently.
My God.
Oh no,
And,
my sexy guru's in Facebook jail.
Yep, I violated the community standards, and I got 7 days, and it's over tomorrow night. So
for posting a joint or a bud or a bag.
Yep.
He just says yep to all. Man, that's a shame. I mean, I see all these other people sharing videos of them smoking blunts.
Yeah, no, they're not as cool as me, I guess. I don't know what the hell the deal is. So.
Oh my God, Candy.
Shut up, Candy.
she typed. I got to read it. Yep. Starship's closed, so we got to take what we can get. A man, a woman, or a cucumber. So Starship's closed, and she's hanging out at the farmer's market.
Oh, Lord.
And she said, hashtag shut up, Jacob.
Hashtag get your watermelon.
Oh, and Alvin says, ha, 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 jailbird.
Hey, shut up, Alvin. Hey, man, you're supposed to be asleep right now anyway. You old drunkard.
Oh, my God. All right, bye.
Rough Edge Takeover tonight.
Yes,
Peace
sir.
out.
All right, bye-bye. Man, so Jeffrey was asking about my whole peanut butter whiskey yesterday. Man, that stuff's off the chain. That peanut butter whiskey's the shiznit. I'm just saying. Holly, are you reading?
Yes.
What you reading?
I am
Booty pictures?
typing.
Candy done sent you some booty pictures?
Yeah.
Did she send
Yeah,
you?
I'm
Did she
typing
send you
about the
booty
Rough Edge
pictures or
Takeover.
cucumber pictures? I'm sorry, that was too funny.
You're so funny, Scotty.
Dirk says, "Is it a bad thing when the Dutch guy knows what Starship is?" Nope. Sounds like a very educated man.
That's right.
Oh my God.
I used to work at Starship.
Well, what am I supposed to say to this?
When people ask me where I work, I told them I worked in a novelty shop.
So you really did?
I did work at Starship.
I didn't. I thought you were just joking. So you
No,
you really?
I really worked at a Starship.
Not real sure what I'm supposed to say.
Oh, Alvin. Alvin said he sent me a good video. I am looking
Oh
forward
my
to
God. Lickety split. There you go. Junior.
John Presley said,
Yeah. Go ahead.
the farmer's market is now called Candyland.
So, if John tells me he's going to pick up a head of lettuce, do I have to question what he really means?
Yeah. Are you in Candyland, John?
Oh my God.
Uh-oh, I'm in the doghouse. John said he did not get his free DVD.
Oh my Lord.
From
Okay.
me.
Abby says, hey, I know this is a squirrel moment. Okay, then why are you doing it? I just got to go cow tipping. Huh? Had to put a heifer back inside the fence. Oh, you're out working. So she had to put a heifer back out in the fence. Talk about country life. Okay. I got you.
I was going to say, don't tell me you don't know what cow tipping is.
Listen, when you talk to her or Philip, you don't know what slang is with these two. You know, I mean, the two of them can make anything not dirty sound extremely dirty. So when you read, you got to be careful.
Well, I've just met a few men from Georgia that do not know what cow tipping is.
They ain't from Georgia.
This was, oh yes, one of them
They ain't
is
from
from
Georgia.
the country in Georgia.
Oh,
He is
my
from
God.
Ordeal, my old man sitting right over here on the couch. When Cars come out, he said there was no such thing as cow tipping because, you know, in the first movie of Cars, they talk about tractor tipping. I'm like, Lamar Ingram, don't tell me you don't know what cow tipping is. You are from the country.
Look,
He is from watermelon country.
Well, he was too busy watermelon to stay. Candy's confused me because she goes, "That's where I know you from. You showed me how to," and I'm looking at the LOL and I'm thinking, who the hell did she address that to? So I'm waiting to get an answer. Maybe that's her and John talking. Tracy says, so they're closed now. Glow Ant, I don't know what that is, said we're open over the weekend. So Tracy, explain what you're talking about. Jimmy James Towan says, morning, sorry, I've been on the phone all morning. Candy says, you know, cabbage leaves dry up breast milk, right? Joe would have never known that. Okay. Isaac, you read Isaac.
Yeah, cabbage leaves dry up milk. When you're producing breast milk, that's what they say. Put cabbage leaves on your breast and it'll dry up the milk. The doctors will tell you that.
So dress up like Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Weird shit, you know, weird. Okay, read Isaac's real quick.
Isaac says DJ Scotty and Steph.
Yep, Steph's no longer part of Just for
Steph's
Fun.
no longer
This is
here.
this is it. Well, he hasn't been around in a minute. This is Holly.
Right.
Go ahead. He's from
Another
Greensboro.
trucker. How are you doing? I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm staying safe and healthy with my family. And I'm praying for coronavirus to be over in my town in Greensboro. We're praying
Man,
for
yeah,
coronavirus
dude, it's
to be
got to
over
go.
everywhere.
Everywhere, man. It's got to go. It's time to go.
Thank you for tuning in, Isaac.
Yes,
we love our
sir.
listeners.
Yes, sir. And he does a lot of singing and stuff too. We usually try to help him get it out there. Candy says, my first job was working at a restaurant called Cowpokes in Tennessee. Oh, and she said she was talking to Holly. That's why I was confused, because I didn't know about the milk. Abby
Good morning,
to
Tim
Dirk.
Christian. Dirk said, is it the same thing as tipping waitresses?
No, but if you start
talking about cow tipping,
Yeah,
it
but
might be.
But see, the weird thing is when you talk to Snow and you can't even say to Philip Snow the word tipping because he automatically takes it in a sexual manner. So, can you talk to Philip Snow about cow tipping, or would he go, I don't know what cow tipping is, but I know what sheep tipping is and goat tipping. You get that right. You get that right. You get it. You get it. Okay.
I get it.
Just throwing out there. Well, maybe they got it. I don't know. Meaning the cow and the sheep.
What cow tipping really is sneaking in a cow pasture when the cow is supposedly asleep because they sleep standing up and you push it over. And it's actually illegal because it causes them to have a heart attack.
Yep. Waynesville
What it
says you
does.
sleep with cabbage leaves in
can't
your
get back
bra. John says Cabbage Patch doll photo shoot. This is getting cray-cray. Jeff
pregnant
Mooney
women.
got milk. Dean, good morning, Dean. Dirk is like, that's what I do for waitresses too. Wansley says, I'm trying to get the young away from their mama. I'm because she's talking to Alvin, so I got to leave it there.
And
Oh,
good
my
morning,
Lord.
Al.
Good morning. Spank Bank guy number 74.
That's right. Going in that spank bank. And when I was talking about working at Starship, Dirk said, "How come that doesn't surprise me, Holly?"
That doesn't. Which one did you work at?
I worked at the one in
She's like
Mableton.
me. Mableton. She's like trying to remember.
Yeah, Swanee, Mableton.
Oh my God. I'm just picturing her being the woman who recommends what lube to buy. I mean, like,
Look,
I love the
I sold a
consistency of this one.
when I worked there, I sold a $600 blow up doll.
Oh my God. Keith don't make that kind of money.
It wasn't Keith. there's other men in the world that like blow up dolls. This doll looked like a real date.
Oh my God. And of course, they're not giving away Zoom anymore. They were giving us as many hours as we wanted, and now they're trying to say they're down to their 45 minutes. So this is what happens. She gets kicked off. We just bring her back. Come on, Holly. Invite. Yeah, now that Zoom was given free unlimited, and now they're on this whole we only let you have 45 minutes. So we'll see what happens. I can live with this though. I mean, you know, I can live with back and forth. Free's free. You there? Hey. I say I can live with this. Yep. I'm gonna be aggravated dealing with this every day, but free's free. I can't complain for free. How about you? There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't complain. Free's free. Hey, Christy Banks in the house. Good morning. Richard's back. Good morning. Do y'all know snipe hunting? Oh my God! And we have made jokes about snipe hunting forever.
yes.
We used to have a
I went
person.
snipe hunt when I
Oh
was
my
5.
God. We used to have a person that was part of this show. She's not here anymore, but we told her about snipe hunting and she fell for that. Yeah, Candy, we may turn to Skype and go with Skype. Christy says, did you ever do any events for the Scarborough Foundation? No, I'm friends with them, and I've known April. April's not a cousin of mine, but cousin to my cousin.
Just on your way back, fill
and-
up with gas.
And I've known April. Me and her went to high school together. And I've done a couple of little things, you know, with them, but not like any major thing. Like I didn't even really know to what extent they did anything. Like when they first started trying to give away golf carts, that's about the last time that I've seen them. I seen them at a funeral a couple months back. But there you go. I'm just rambling away. But yeah, I know exactly who they are. But what is your question though? Tell me about it. And also, I saw last night your preacher man did a video. I tuned in for a minute.
Yeah. Fireside chats. He does every Tuesday. It was really good.
Yeah, Jacob does a fireside chat every 45 minutes. That's a joke, by the way. You were supposed to laugh. But who knew that he was going live last night? So it was just kind of cool just to sit in and listen for a second. I wish there was really something more we could do for the whole Easter thing.
I know.
Oh, she's saying Sammy was admitted this morning into the hospital for COVID-19. Holy smoke, that sucks.
Oh, no.
Yep, that sucks. And he's super duper healthy, but he does have some age on him. But he works out every day. I mean, he's super, super healthy.
Right.
But this thing is not prejudice. It'll kill you because it can. So I wish him all the luck in the world.
So,
and she's, you know, she's one of the people that got Lyme disease. So she's been fighting Lyme disease for years.
oh my goodness.
Yeah. That sucks. Yeah, I need to call my cousin Selena because she'd know more about it than me.
Right.
Just dang. That's not good. Not good at all.
And look, people, I just want to tell y'all, it is so important to have some type of life insurance.
Oh God, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Even if you struggle, I struggle tremendously financially since I've taken my grandson, but I do keep enough of life insurance to cover my final expenses if something should happen. That is so important.
So let me cover this. This is from Brian Linkus of the Brian Linkus Agency. Is one of our sponsors. Y'all need to get a hold of them. MyGeorgiaInsurance.com. Get a free quote. They're guaranteeing they can help you lower your monthly payments. So he says a 40-year-old non-tobacco individual with a 10-year level premium, 100,000 K face amount can get it as low as $15 per month, and a female for $13 per month. These rates are typical for healthy people. You know, and like me, I'm paying $70 a month, I believe, for 125 or 135,000, because I wanted it so that if I kick today, my wife gets a check. Like a lot of people don't think outside the box, and I do. I have 2 life insurance policies, just in case, you know. I don't want to make any jokes, but I've always said I get out there and act stupid and get hurt on a motorcycle. But a friend that everybody knew last night did pass away from a motorcycle accident yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
So I can't really joke about it right at this moment, even though I typically would.
My heart's broken about that.
People text me in the middle of the show and it kind of messes me up. So
Right. But just it is very important to have life insurance or final expense insurance, something to help take care of your final expenses, to help take care of your family.
yeah, and you got to, man. I mean, let me just say that you don't realize if something happens, like right now, it takes 2 checks to pay your bills. Well, when that person disappears, what happens? You know, that's the whole issue that I have is when, hold on, somebody was wanting to see the new setup. If something happens, what are you going to do? And Wansley says, I need a policy on my husband. He's a smoker. And just know, you know, you can get a policy. It's just the fact of, with it, okay, we'll say if he's a smoker, you just said he is, but we'll say if he's a smoker, the policy cost a little more monthly and the payoff is just a little lower. That's the big difference. So Sean, contact My Georgia. You can go through Facebook, or not Facebook, but the World Wide Web. Type in mygeorgiainsurance.com or the Brian Linkus Agency and get quotes. All the quotes are free. Like there's no reason to not call them. Life insurances ain't no joke, man. Right now, think about all the people that are sick. God knows.
Wansley, I'll get with you. I can give you a quote too on life insurance.
Right. So read Candy's. It just sounds better to hear you say this.
I got me some tap shoes on the way. I'm going to do a live video on tap dancing, one on yoga, and then let the kids do one having a black light, body paint, and karaoke night.
Put it all up there. Let's watch it all. I think that'd be hilarious to see all that. I think right now, that's why, you know, Facebook and YouTube's overloaded with videos. And I don't say overloaded in a bad way, but there is a lot out there. I think it's awesome because I like the fact that all these kids are being creative and there's some really cool stuff that people are getting to see right now. And I think that's important because, look, everybody's at home bored. Give everybody something to watch. My father-in-law says I'm one of the most poorest people, but you know I have life insurance also. You have to. You have to. Right now, you have to.
I got to mute myself for just a minute.
Okay. Dirk, trouble is if I pass away as a homeowner, my son would instantly need to pay taxes on his inheritance, including the value of the house. So life insurance is essential. Yes, that is a must. Here in the United States, I got lucky. They've kind of changed stuff inheritance-wise. So what they did, my grandmother went ahead and gave me the house that I was living in before she passed away. That way we didn't have to deal with any inheritance crap.
Right. Was you reading Dirks?
Yes.
Okay.
Candy, we've been watching all the country singers go and play live. Yeah, that's awesome. Richard says I have life insurance on me and my wife. Yeah, see, I can't, 125 is not big, but I mean, it's larger than the other, but I have the 125 on me because of the business I'm in. A, I could get in a motorcycle wreck. B, I could piss off somebody and they shoot me because that has happened multiple times. C, I have weird stalkers, hence the reason we had to put a 6-foot fence up around the house. I have a habit of pissing off people, so I have that life insurance policy so that if some dumbass thinks they're going to murder me, my wife gets a payoff. So there you go. Congratulations.
Well,
you'll help my wife. And then I got a $30,000 for me and her that'll just do our burial and stuff like that. Go ahead.
I don't have a whole lot on me. I think I have like 15,000 in case something would happen to me. And I have 15,000 on AJ because I said, you know, you're already heartbroken if something happens and discombobulated. But then on top of that, of them just being gone, you have to worry about how you're going to pay for a funeral and to get them taken care of.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to get to the point where I can afford to pay for a life insurance policy on my daughter.
Right.
So that if something happens, I can.
And John just said what's crazy is you can put life insurance on your parents or other family members, which is true because my grandmother, when my dad and uncle graduated high school, she put life insurance policies on them. And thank God she paid the $10 or $12 a month all those damn years because when they both died, they had insurance that paid for their funerals. And you got to figure cheap funerals are 10 grand, cheap ones.
Well, I have mine with Primerica, and they have a child rider, so AJ is covered on mine.
Right.
So in the awful event, tragic event that anything would happen to him, at least I know I would have the money to take care of his final expenses. I hope I never have to use it. But in the event of my death, if he's not 26 yet, he would also get his own insurance policy.
Yeah, man. Holly will reach out. Okay. So yeah, I just think everybody needs to really look at that, and you gotta be smart about it because just like a friend yesterday, I wasn't great friends with them. They knew me. I knew them. They were from the riding community. I don't know the whole story. I just know he was riding his motorcycle yesterday. Something bad happened. And it's just a shame. And of course, as that shot by, it was again my wife saying, and this is why I don't want you to ride, you know?
Right.
So it just reassures why there's the discussion of trading motorcycles. But I got a guy that's got like a 65 Mustang, white, 2-door, red interior, Georgia Bulldog stuff all over it. And he's wanting to trade for 2 of the motorcycles. So who knows? I may trade the bikes for the Mustang and then trade the Mustang for a Jeep. Who knows? We'll see. Anybody else got anything? Where are we at on time? I don't have my clock handy.
It's 9:32.
Yeah, we'll go to
John
commercial in a minute.
Crumbly says some banks offer life insurance for cheap too.
Wayne said my sister's husband died 8 years ago, massive heart attack. Thank God she had life insurance on him because she paid off everything. Yes. And that's a lot of things. A lot of people don't realize this too. If you have a loan on your house, you can get a policy that pays your house off.
Yes.
You know?
And look, about I think it's 75 or 80% of widows lose the house within a year of people that don't have life insurance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got to think they've spent their whole life with a significant other helping.
Right. And they end up, because they didn't get life insurance, they end up losing their whole life because they can't pay for everything.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, look, let's hit a commercial real quick. When we come back, I want to talk about what is the most insane thing that anybody has done while on this whole break of craziness. What is the one crazy thing you've done? So when we get back, let's have that conversation, because we can. We got nothing else to do. Let's talk. I want to hear, what is the craziest thing you've done? Have you eaten something you never would have eaten before? Have you allowed your kids to do something you've never allowed them to do before? Have you videoed something you've never thought about before? So let's go to commercial. I'm going to mute Holly. We'll be right back. You guys don't go nowhere.
Everybody, DJ Scotty here, telling you about Buckeyes and Social Circle. Don't miss out on Buckeyes restaurant right there in Social Circle. On Friday night alone, they have catfish platter. How can you go wrong, dude? They got smoked wings, barbecue, Angus burgers. Oh my God, the burger with the egg on it to die for. Whatever you do, don't miss out on Buckeyes restaurant in Social Circle. Go find them on Facebook. You can find them at Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle.
Buckeyes Restaurant.
Let's talk about vaping. C-Town Vapes is the home of the vape store. That's right. If you hadn't met up with our good friends at C-Town Vapes, I don't know what you're doing, man. Like, we've known these people for years. They have the passion to help get people off of smoking, and that is their mission. So make sure you check out C-Town Vapes, located right there on 278. They have CBD, mods, pods, and disposables with over 150 e-juices and counting, with flavor profiles that will surely fit your needs. C-Town Vape wants to be more than just a business. They want to be your friends to help you get off of smoking. C-Town Vape. Have you ever heard of Donut King? Let me tell you, I thought I knew what donuts were. All these other donuts I've been eating all these years are just bogus. These are the real deal, like gourmet. Who would have known they made donuts this damn good? And let me tell you something, man. They do some pig in the blankets. They do breakfast. They do all sorts of stuff. Do you even know this? They serve pizza. That's right. Donut King, the best donuts around, serves pizza in the afternoons during the weekdays. There's no other place around on 278 where you can go in and sit down and eat a pizza. That's right. Donut King. Try out Donut King, the best donuts around. That's why they're called the King. Let's talk about Jimmy James Towing. Have you ever noticed any time that you've ever needed a tow truck, it is the most horrible time possible? That's right. Every time you call a tow truck, you are at the mercy of the tow people. Listen, man, you need to call Jimmy James Towing. He is the most trusted, safe, reliable, honest tow truck guy I've ever known. And just know, he is there to be your friend, not just a business person. Jimmy James Towing is there to be your friend when you need him, right then and there. It's your worst possible time ever. Jimmy James Towing, 404-554-3121. Today's show is sponsored by Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle. Don't get it confused with the others, because this is the choice that you gotta choose. Today's show is sponsored by Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle. Sometimes you don't know what you're missing until you find out you're missing it.
Like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
This is a warning.
What's happening, everybody? We's back. What's going on, everybody? Please share the show. We got 30 minutes left. Let's come up with some good stuff. So I wanted to talk about what is the craziest thing that you have done while this whole apocalypse of crap has happened? I don't know. Tommy Morrison said went back to work, so I don't know if that was one of his comments. Candy says I would rather struggle or work to pay. Everything's moving.
Than to be without him.
Right. I got you. I want to have the coronavirus to go away. I agree with that one. I got to spend my time with just for fun. So there you go. Richard says the only thing so far. There you go. So yeah, well, I can tell you what I've seen. I've seen pictures of Richard and their family hanging out, dude. Spending time together as a family.
Heck yeah.
That's beautiful.
I got to be on the radio show through Zoom.
Yeah. We got to see the Canadian Bacon's kitchen.
Yeah, we did.
Isn't that exciting all by itself in a strangely odd way? Yeah, just saying. No, but I mean, it's kind of cool. It's. Let's see who we got. Hello, frickin' frack in the morning.
Good morning, Scotty. It's Troy. How are you this morning?
What's going on?
Riding down the road, listening, dying, laughing. I was thinking about this cabbage in the bra and all. I was thinking, excuse me.
You want to put some?
Great. I get in my wife's bra and I get coleslaw.
Hey, baby, why is there tater salad in your bra? Oh,
Man,
it's smoothing. Oh, okay.
But anyway.
Look, we've been eating a lot of Ruffles potato chips and onion dips. I'm gonna be like, Crystal, why's there a damn salty chip in your bra? Are you saving it for later?
Man, I'm telling you. Y'all are making me mad, making the day go by. And I've been at it since 2 this morning, so.
I'm happy. I'm happy we can keep each other laughing. And let me tell you, the whole cabbage in the bra thing was weird to me. Like, I've never heard that. As a guy, I never knew, never needed to know. But now, I may have a whole new thing about why I want wet cabbage in my mouth. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord. See, this is why. Uh-oh, dude, stay in your lane. Anyway, we out here 18-wheeling. Hey, my buddy Tommy, I know how Kevin got that mohawk. He lost a bet.
Oh, no.
And the bet was he had to wear a mullet for, I think, a month.
Okay.
And about a month later, he showed up, and I believe the first time we saw it, it was blue or pink. And then, oh, gosh, I've been trucking with him for 10 years, over 10 years now.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about that a lot, but anyway, I just want to let y'all know I'm having fun listening to everybody. I can't read and type.
Yeah.
A handful right now, but y'all have a great day.
All right, brother. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being dedicated.
Be good.
All right, man. See you later.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking about this salad, cabbage, tossed salad, cabbage. Yeah, this is little freaky deaky, I know, but yeah, coleslaw. I mean, it's gonna make me think completely different about cabbage. I mean, cabbage pasties. I mean, just damn. Somebody's just gonna post a picture of cabbage, like just a head of cabbage on my page, and I'll just giggle. But then there'll be like 2 heads of cabbage, and I'm gonna be like, oh, boobies. I mean, it's just too stupid. Us men, we're too
the
easy.
next time you eat slaw, you're gonna think, wonder if these cabbage leaves has been on any boobies.
That's right. So read that one. The new tomorrow, people. That's a new one.
Good morning, DJ Scotty. We are the new tomorrow people. We will be a pop singing group soon until we say coronavirus ups. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, mine just popped up too, where somebody else had typed.
The new tomorrow people, we will be a pop singing group soon until we say coronavirus to go away and staying safe for us.
Oh, God, yeah. All right, and then
Candy says, you got to take a cabbage leaf or a few, put them in water and heat it up a few minutes in the microwave and then put them on your breast. Any woman gorging with breast milk will be so grateful for the info.
And I'm not, okay. I love making jokes about everything. This really is a topic I never knew about. I find it fascinating. I never knew about it. And I'm sure there's an old wise tale. I mean, my old man, my real dad tried to tell me that if you have hemorrhoids, you're supposed to take a hot steaming pot like you would do spaghetti noodles in and put the greenest right off the tree pine needles. And then you're supposed to sit on top of the pot. And I'm just like, no, you that's like Pine Sol. And they're like, no, it's old remedies. So, I mean, they work. I mean, they've been doing them hundreds of years and stuff like that. So it makes sense. It's just never heard that one.
Right.
Never heard that one.
I've never heard that about the pine needles.
Brett will be most likely sending me just some of the most strangest pictures throughout the day, though, of girls and friggin' weird bras and Poison Ivy, the character Poison Ivy. Like, I can just see All the weird stuff coming. Yeah.
Good morning, Josh Millwood.
Yep, you tuned in just for that. Josh tunes in right at the weird moment. Hey, speaking of weird, we ain't seen Abby or Philip in the last hour.
Dirk says, just do not share this cabbage info with Keith and his pee pump. He might abuse cabbage leaves.
He may abuse some Cabbage Patch dolls. Oh my God. Candy said, I was about to say no, cabbage doesn't fix hemorrhoids. How do you know? How do you know it don't? Have you tried it? I mean, if pine needles work, just saying. Wansley and them are carrying on conversations. Yes, it worked for me. So I'm assuming the cabbage thing. And nowadays you got women that are selling friggin' booby milk over eBay.
Oh Lord.
You know? There was a big thing on 60 Minutes or something not too long ago about people buying booby milk, and it was like bad booby milk or expired booby milk or wasn't even real booby milk, or it was just like, well, just who would have thought 10 years ago that is what, you know, I bought Bose. I bought Bose speakers off of eBay. I'm not booby milk. Ugh. Oh, I got to make a phone call.
Well, I guess if they can sell booby milk, Alvin can sell cat milk.
You just got to make me question things, don't you? You just got to make me. You just got to make me go. Really? Do I need to know? Because I want to know who's milking the damn cat. I mean, that's
Alvin.
like it just. I don't.
Hello.
Hello. I was calling about the ad in the Craigslist about a penis pump that milks cats.
We got 2 or 3 of them. We got a new one, we got a half-used one, and we got one that's got a Kickstarter motor on it.
Gently used.
Gently used. We got that one from some lady named Holly over there in the Conyers, Covington area. I don't know who that was.
I got a gently used penis pump.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The thought of it. Is it a self-lubricating one? I mean, just.
No, these aren't self-lubricating. You have to pour lubricant.
God.
And I use corn oil or either, popcorn oil.
I use olive oil. It's healthier. I mean, God Almighty,
That's it.
where the hell do our brains go to make you?
I don't know. I never dreamed in my life when I got a college education in business that I would ever be sitting in my own business one day and some guy called me about a penis pump. What's that all about? And I'm a mechanic.
It's on the 4th shelf down in that Snap-on cabinet. Don't lie.
Yeah,
it's next to your fleshlight and your flashlight.
Yeah, between the fleshlight and the flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah.
Go down. One more. It's right next to the impact gun and the tire puller.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, my God. No, I just figured I'd call and harass you because you clearly typed penis pump earlier.
Yeah. I just that hit me when I saw what y'all were talking about, and we were talking about breast milk and pumps and.
Did you really just use the expression that the penis pump hit you?
Are we live on the air?
Yes, of course.
Well,
if you ain't live, you're dying, you know?
That's right. No, that story I told you earlier about Dolly Parton, that friend of mine owns the property. He said it's true. He said he used to, neighbors of his used to see her out there, and she loved walking in the buff.
How is there no pictures of this?
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
I'm not calling that person a liar, but how has there never been a leaked picture of Dolly Parton? How's it possible? Is it because she's older than before digital cameras?
Yeah, exactly. You wonder if her and Willie Nelson's ever hooked up.
Well, there was the accusations about her and Burt Reynolds when the whole.
Oh, I'm sure. Her and Burt Reynolds and her and Kenny Rogers, I'm
trying to give you some sound, Holly.
Over there at Terra in Loganville, I remember as a kid growing up, I saw out there, Burt Reynolds lived in that house, and I remember seeing him and Lonnie Anderson one time, and
And I don't know if Farrah Fawcett. I think somebody had seen them together, but yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah, remember I remodeled that, and before a friend of mine sold it to the church, and when I had to go in there and demo the bathroom, I wanted to keep the stand-up urinal that was in the bathroom at the pool house. And everybody, meaning Holly, was just saying the other day how gross it was, because I was like, can you imagine how many wieners have peed in that? Like Jim Neighbors, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, and Holly's just like, it's pee. I'm like, yeah, but it was still kind of a cool thought of like, how many people stood up and pissed in this toilet? That's kind of a cool, it's weird, I know.
You say you've been in that house. Is it true? They say there's 23 bathrooms in that house. Is there? No. Okay. Somebody had mentioned that one time.
No. I demoed so much of that. It's because it had been on fire once before, and when they rebuilt it, a lot of shady stuff had happened, and like the ceiling in the kitchen was wavy, the sheetrock ceiling, so we had to rip it out and installed can lights and new ceiling and stuff like that. But I will say, here's the thing that people didn't realize when it came to that house. So when you stood from the street, you had all the windows on the roof and you thought those were bedrooms. Those windows were just strictly attics. From the street, it was a 2-story, but it does have a full basement, but you can only get to the basement on the left-hand side, which is now the same side that the entrance to that neighborhood goes in. So from the street, it's really a 2-story, not a 3-story from the street. When you come through the front door, the opening opened up into a staircase that went straight and then split left to right, and then had a balcony that walked left to right. So, but what you didn't realize is the upstairs left had one bedroom with a bathroom that was Bert's. The top upstairs right was a bedroom with a walk-in closet and a bathroom that was Lonnie's. And both had a sitting area for a couch. So the upstairs was just 2 bedrooms. Then when you came in the front door downstairs, and you take a left out of the foyer, it was a sunk down 1 step down to a small living room. You could walk straight into the kitchen, or then step back up from the kitchen into from the low down living room. You could take one step up into a dining room and then right into the kitchen, or left through the dining room, went to the big master bedroom that was Bert's mother, because a lot of people didn't realize Bert and Lonnie didn't sleep together. They didn't sleep in the same room. Bert's mom had the downstairs front living room. The front bedroom had a small walk-in closet and a full bathroom. Now to the that's AJ. To the right of the front door, you would have a walkway next to one of the steps that would take you to what was a 1-car garage, a laundry room, and there was a church. He had a church built on to the house that was really no bigger than my studio. But as oddly as this was, it was a church, stained glass, church stuff everywhere, with a attached bar. Like,
oh my gosh,
a liquor cabinet bar attached. So it must have been Sammy Davis's kind of church, because there was liquor in the
Sammy
church.
Davis's kind of church.
But the catch is, downstairs was two bathrooms downstairs, because there was another bedroom downstairs. Then there was a $80,000 bar, a beautiful wooden $80,000 bar that we sold in the house. But then when it became the church, they took it out and was attempting to sell it. But what's crazy is a lot of people didn't realize this. There was a couple of hidden rooms in that house.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. What a lot of people don't know is when you went into Lonnie's room, there was a door that looked like a closet, because you could clearly see the bathroom. You could clearly see a bathroom. But then this door that looked like a closet, what a lot of people didn't know is when you pulled up in the driveway used to have this long driveway with Bradford pears all the way down the driveway. Well, when you turn left to what was the garage, there was a window above the garage that you thought was just a window into an attic. Well, if you went into this door that was in Lonnie's room, it went into this room that was above the garage. What you didn't see though. You saw the window from outside, but you didn't know what the room was.
Right.
So here's where it gets creepy. You start into this room, this doorway opens up, and it's a hallway that's about, I don't know, 10 feet long. And then when you open that door, you're in this long hallway of 10 foot, but it's a narrow hallway. And to each left and right, there's another door. Well, when you open that door, there's a bathroom on each side of this little hallway, and it had a toilet and a bidet. So there was a toilet on the left with a bidet. In this little small one bathroom to your right, there's a little toilet and a bidet. And you're like, y'all sure do like cleaning assholes around here. But then when you stepped out of this little narrow hallway, this is where it got crazy. Mirrors on the wall, mirrors on the ceiling, mirrors everywhere, and a sunken black bathtub with gold knob and features. So you could sit in the bathtub, and the reason you couldn't ever see anything in this window, the window was the full length of this room. So when you sat down in this recessed tub, the top of the recessed tub is the same height of the window. So what's really crazy about all this, that means all the freaky deek stuff that went on in this bathtub and all these mirrors was clearly where you could see right out the window. I mean, it was freaky deaky. But people didn't know that bathroom was even there. Like it was, nobody knew it was there. Now downstairs, because here I was the electrician trying to work, in the downstairs bedroom, there was a fireplace. Well, when you're in the area where the bar was and the pool table was, you didn't know this fireplace was there. So me trying to pull wire and stuff, I'm trying to get wire to the master bedroom upstairs where Mama slept, where Bert's mother slept. So I'm trying to pull all this wire through these sheetrock ceilings, and I find a small door in the closet of that bedroom. So the closet's to the right of the fireplace, and there's a little door. So there's two fireplaces. There's one in this bedroom and one in the mother's bedroom upstairs. And you would think, because there was one chimney, that these fireplaces were one directly over the other, and they're not. There's like there's like an 8-foot difference. And there is a hidden room in that closet downstairs. And I found all sorts of stuff. Let's just say that.
That's kind of scary, you know?
Yep. And that's what I found. I found 2 or 3 different hidden rooms in that house.
Right.
So it's just kind of crazy. And it's so funny because there was all these stories of how many rooms were in the house and how many bathrooms were in the house. And there was just all these stories. And I just found it fascinating that I knew I can tell you every inch of that house because I had to crawl through that attic and everything. I mean, it's cool. It's just cool. It's just cool.
Growing up, I always heard that they had somebody, I'd always heard somebody say, they have 23 bathrooms. And it didn't look that big enough, to have that. Thing about houses, I had a friend of mine, and not getting off that, but in Stone Mountain, and you know that area, and he was, he's moved now. He's since an older man, and they used to run moonshine back in the day, and he had a house right there on Rock Bridge, right off Memorial Drive, and he said, come here, let me show you this. I was over at his house picking his truck up one day. You walk in the kitchen, and it's old school, it's got the old panel walls and that sort of thing, where there's a big cupboard there that, you put canned foods and whatever in it, and this thing was probably, I would imagine this thing was probably 20 foot long and probably 5 foot deep, and it was shelves. And he said, look at this. And he moved it, and you slide that thing all the way across, and behind it was where they used to keep their moonshine back in the day. And he was telling me, he said, he said, we'd run that moonshine, and then, they'd get word of it, and those guys would come out here and they'd tear the house apart. But he said that's where we kept it right there.
And what you're describing, the way you just described it, is one of the rooms I found in that basement that's hidden. What you just described, very, very similar to what's in the bottom of that house. How funny is that?
Yeah. And a lot of people are doing that now. A lot of people that have a lot of guns and different things like that, they'll build these, these secret walls behind. And it's smart. It's a smart idea to do that, smart. But then you wonder, I've heard too, that these people where they, like you're talking about that house, where they kidnap people, back in the day. We always worried about where they would keep these people and never, it's just something you think about. But, and think about, we were talking about Dolly earlier. I've heard that Dolly Parton's been married to the same man all her life, and he lives most of the time in California, and she lives out here. But I've heard they've been together during the quarantine, but it's kind of weird how you can live that kind of life, which that's not a normal life to live. Those people don't ever get a real true life. But she's been married to the same man and devoted to him. And, you don't hear nothing bad about Dolly. But another place that comes to mind, if nobody's ever been, I would recommend everybody going to Memphis to Graceland. That is one of the most awesome places. You've never been.
I've always
Let me tell you, what we did, my son was a big Elvis fan, so we took him to Tupelo, Mississippi, and we went there first so he could see Elvis's home place. And it was just a little one-room shack with a kitchen, and Elvis slept in the Chester drawer. They pulled the drawer out, and he'd sleep in the drawer when he was a kid. And so then to move to Memphis and to see what he lived in then, Elvis came from nothing, and it was amazing. But Scotty, you need to go because it is a neat place.
Well, eventually you don't know what's going to happen to it. They've foreclosed on it and bankrupt it, and people keep it alive.
Well, I hate it because it's right in the middle of Memphis, and that's a rough area.
Yes,
but they have supposedly been building things around it, and the taxes were killing them, and that's why they started opening it up to the public and that sort of thing. But if somebody's never been, you need to go because when you walk in that place, it's just like it was the day he died. They left it the same. All the plush carpet, everything, dude. It's like going back in time. And I remember we went in with a group, and there was about 40 people. And when you walked in the front door, it was like, nobody said anything. It was quiet. And the guy said, well, y'all can talk. And somebody said, man, I'm in Elvis's house.
That's right.
You could just tell everybody was just dumbstruck because you were standing in Elvis. And I felt the same way. It's like, man, this is weird. This is where Elvis lived,
Right.
It was the coolest thing. So, I don't know why I got off that. We were talking about houses, but that's
no, that's a neat one to go see.
I did hear this at the time. The White House used to be the #1 visited place in America until 9/11. Now, and Graceland was #2. Now it's Graceland's #1. It's the most visited place in the country.
And I've always said I'd like to go to the Capitol and hang out in the White House, but hell, you can't go in any. You can't do anything anymore.
I've never been there either, and that's but I'll tell you another place is Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota. There's a lot of history out there. That's beautiful country, But anyway, hell, we started talking about pumps and got off on Dolly and Burton and House.
You just said pumps and got off in the same sentence. Now that's a little weird. Yeah.
I did, didn't I? Just like Holly was saying. What was she talking about earlier this morning? You were giving her hell about her spank bank or whatever you call it, and she was talking about milk and getting or something.
It was strange, super strange.
You're talking about milk. Does everybody remember Mathis Dairy?
Yeah,
when we were kids.
And they moved it. They moved it to Brazelton, and now it's closed.
It's closed. Okay. I remember going as kids. We'd go up there and have football banquets. And remember the cow, Flossie?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they had a big plastic a plastic one that was on a trailer. This thing's like 12 feet tall that they were using in the parades still to this day up in Houston in Brazelton area. But yeah, I heard they closed them just a couple months ago. Now, have you been on Rainbow Drive lately? Because I went to go buy remember those tires y'all put on my truck?
Yeah.
I bought them from a tire place at Candler Road. So I came up 155 to Rainbow Drive, and there's a park now. They've now turned all that Mathis Dairy stuff into a park. Yep.
Isn't that something?
Yep. Not the same.
I don't know how it looks now, but that was beautiful back then. I'm sure it's, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Rainbow and Columbia is a different world, dude.
Golden Glide skating rink. We used to throw down on that one.
That thing's
Golden
like
Glide,
purple
and
now.
Then, what was the other one? Golden Glide and
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
And then Plantation was in Clarkston.
Well, I don't. Is the skating rink in Conyers still open on Salem Road? I'm assuming it is.
Yeah. I have no idea what their work is anymore.
The lady who owns that is either the daughter or the granddaughter to the people who owned Golden Glide.
Oh, really? That'd have been neat to know.
The lady. And matter of fact, the lady that used to run Golden Glide, she's a redheaded older lady, I believe, unless she's still living. I saw her 3 or 4 years ago over there at the one in Conyers, and she said that used to be ours. She worked there, and I said, yeah, you used to have a police guy that worked in there. He weighed like 500 pounds.
Yeah. And
She's
how-
like, yeah, I remember that. You know.
And how
but,
sad is it that the guy who was the DJ at Golden Glide's name was Greg, and I remember that. That's
You remember
sad.
it?
That's
Yeah.
real sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when Mama used to own Mama's Country Showcase.
Dude,
what you talking about? That's
what
how
you
old
talking
I
about?
am.
I know how old it is because it used to be the A&P that me and my mother shopped at before it was Mama's. And that's
Yeah.
when Godfather's Vans was across the street.
Yes.
Yeah.
Godfathers and
How about this?
the Hitch House.
How about this? Do you remember when Richway on Covenant Highway was open?
Yep.
And do you remember when Richway had a grocery store in the back of it?
Yep.
And you
Yep.
used to pull
Remember
up
those?
around back to go grocery shopping like Walmart. Everybody thinks Walmart's such a great idea. Bullshit. Richway did that back in 1974.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my mother going over there to Rich's over at Belvedere.
Yeah.
And she would get those. We'd go to the store. I guess I can't remember, S&S Mart. Get them green stamps.
Mm-hmm.
And you could use them to get stuff like furniture. My mom, I think, got enough one time. She got a whole new TV and furniture. And, oh, yeah, man, those were the good old days.
I got my learner's license over there at Belvedere. Remember Lionel Playworld
Belvedere.
used to be over there.
That area, Belvedere, in that area, I've been over in that area since recently, and it's they cleaned that area up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rough
Midtown's
area,
coming that
but
way.
it's clean. The buildings are clean. I mean, it's really Columbia Drive. You'd be surprised, but
Yep.
yeah.
The city's moving on. Atlanta's moving
Well,
on
them were
out.
the good old days, Decatur, and that was the good days back then, you know. And
Yeah. Remember that Decatur's greater. Ba-doom, boom.
and my dad, when he was a police for the city of Atlanta, Oscar Mitchell, he was the big judge up there. Boy, he used to tear some people up, my dad was saying. I know some of your people on here probably remember hearing that name, but he was a Superior Court judge, I think in Atlanta, at Fulton County, either DeKalb. Oscar Mitchell, he was a bad boy. My daddy said he put a lot of folks away. And my dad said I remember my dad rode a Harley for the city of Atlanta, and them guys used to say your dad could ride a Harley, and he'd escort Elvis when he'd come to Atlanta and some other people, Jerry Lee Lewis, and he said he got after a guy one day, and they didn't clock them back then, but they could stay behind them and look at their speed and tell. And my dad had his Harley, the motor sent out and had it built, and so it would run pretty hard with somebody. And he chased this guy down one day through Atlanta, and he said the guy he wound up writing a ticket for 108 miles an hour, and it was an big old Lincoln. And my dad said he could stay with him, but he couldn't catch right up on him because he said that old boy had it strung out. But he just kept going the perimeter around Atlanta, and said eventually he run out of gas.
Wow.
And so yeah, my dad said he got off of his motorcycle, walked up to him, and said he wound up being a big wheel with one of the car Lee Park Chevrolet or somebody. He was a big wheel for one of the Chevrolet dealers in Atlanta. And he told me, he said, open that door. The man wouldn't open the door, just looking straight ahead. And he knocked on the window. He said, open that door. And he said, I just grabbed that old revolver. They back then, this was in the 50s and 60s. Back then, they shot 38 with wad cutters.
Yeah.
That's nothing now. But he said he took that gun out. He told him, he said, you better open that door. I'm going to bust this glass in your face. And he opened it and locked him up. And, he tried to be nice in court, telling Oscar Mitchell that my dad was such a good officer and he was so nice to him. And, and
yeah, he didn't beat my ass.
yeah. And Oscar Mitchell, he laid it to him. He said, yeah, I hear it. I hear that all the time. But yeah, those were the good old days, man. They,
yeah, man.
The varsity
Not
as a
the same
kid,
anymore.
it was awesome. Yeah. Oh no, it's, and I'll let you go here, but talking about what's going on these days and times right now, Conyers and Covington traffic is normal. I've been seeing it's like every other day. I don't know if anybody's quarantining up there. And I'll be honest with you, my business has been busy. I've been slammed for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
until
remember I
this-
said, not that I'm saying that to taunt you, but when we were talking, that O'Reilly said they're so slammed they had like 6 people working on the counter.
Yeah, I've been real busy. And I'm thinking, God, these people are worried about cars and more in their life. But since the governor shut the state down, our sheriff down here is enforcing it. Actually, Howard Seals is enforcing it because my business has actually slowed down and there's not as much traffic. So, you know, they are, I think if everybody would do that, and then I've noticed the grocery stores are starting to limit what people can get. If people would just buy normal, things would get back to normal. You know?
Well, that's what makes no sense. Thousands of rolls of toilet paper being sold, but nobody's buying milk. Like, you know, it sucks. The milk farmers are in trouble, you know?
That's a shame, you know? That's a shame. But
that's right.
Hey, they say gas is going to go below $1 eventually, so we shall see.
That's right. All right, homie, let's get out of here. Well, we'll shout at you later.
All right, brother.
All right,
Y'all
man.
have a great
See you
day.
later.
Bye, Keith.
Bye. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this puppy up. My kid knows what time it is, apparently, because she's coming down the steps.
She knows it's time to go.
What? No, I'm coming up right now. All right, you guys. She's like, can I let the dog out? No. So, look, we're going to get out of here. Everybody, thanks for hanging in there with us. Thanks for being part of Just for Fun. We appreciate it.
We love
Zaylee,
y'all.
I'll be up there in a second.
Y'all. Love y'all a long time. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
That child, she just pushing buttons. I don't know how 5 months of this is going to help. Y'all, we'll see y'all on the flip side. We love you a long time. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Miss Holly. I'm going to hang out with you, too. I'll see y'all later.
Scotty. Love you.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Today's show sponsored by Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle. Don't get it confused with the others, because this is the choice that you gotta choose. Today's show is sponsored by Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle. Sometimes you don't know what you're missing until you find out you're missing it. Let's talk about Jimmy James Towing. Have you ever noticed any time that you've ever needed a tow truck, it is at the most horrible time possible? That's right. Every time you call a tow truck, you are at the mercy of the tow people. Listen, man, you need to call Jimmy James Towing. He is the most trusted, safe, reliable, honest tow truck guy I've ever known. And just know, he is there to be your friend, not just a business person. Jimmy James Towing is there to be your friend when you need him right then and there. It's your worst possible time ever. Jimmy James Towing, 404-554-3121. Have you ever heard of Donut King? Let me tell you, I thought I knew what donuts were. All these other donuts I've been
We
eating all
love
these
y'all,
years are
thanks.
just bogus. These are the real deal, like gourmet. Who would have known they made donuts this damn good? And let me tell you something, man. They do some pig in the blankets. They do breakfast. They do all sorts of stuff. Do you even know this? They serve pizza. That's right. Donut King, the best donuts around, serves pizza in the afternoons during the weekdays. There's no other place around on 278 where you can go in and sit down and eat a pizza. That's right. Donut King. Try out Donut King, the best donuts around. That's why they're called the King. Hey everybody, DJ Scotty here telling you about Buckeyes and Social Circle. Don't miss out on Buckeyes Restaurant right there in Social Circle. On Friday night alone, they have catfish platter. How can you go wrong, dude? They got smoked wings, barbecue, Angus burgers. Oh my God, the burger with the egg on it to die for. Whatever you do, don't miss out on Buckeyes Restaurant in Social Circle. Go find them on Facebook. You can find them at Buckeyes Restaurant of Social Circle.
Buckeyes Restaurant.
Let's talk about vaping. C-Town Vapes is the home of the vape store. That's right. If you hadn't met up with our good friends at C-Town Vapes, I don't know what you're doing, man. Like, we've known these people for years. They have the passion to help get people off of smoking, and that is their mission. So make sure you check out C-Town Vapes, located right there on 278. They have CBD, mods, pods, and disposables with over 150 e-juices and counting.